And we should be live. Bro?
What's up?
All right. And Jason?
What's up?
All right, we're good. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Talking Everything. And man, it has been a while, I know. Last time I did it was about in November, mainly because I prefer to do streams on that anytime I can get a guest on, because it wouldn't be the same as, me by myself. And also, I cannot... Oh, hold on. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that repeat happens. But anyways, I prefer to have a guest on because I cannot carry streams like Crow does in his streams when he's on his stream alone. So
No, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself.
I'm just joking. But anyways, last time I had Crow on, it's been forever. Do you remember the last time you were on?
Yes.
Yeah. It's been since, June.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, not to mention this is if you paid me back for after part 4, which we never got a chance to do since we've been always occupied stuff. And not to mention you went missing for like 2 days back in July. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
And just for the shits and giggles, I'll bring it back up.
Okay.
Just for the shits and giggles. If it will let me share it. Because I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't used StreamYard in a while, so.
Sorry, that's my bad.
You're back up. Oh, here it is. There. Remember this?
Oh my god.
Carl?
Yep. Yes. Wait. What's going on?
No, I said, remember this photo?
Hold on. Wrapped his face. Sorry. I get so easily distracted.
Bro. I thought you'd be better than this. What exactly are you doing right now?
Who, me?
No, I was talking to Crow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know, Jason, you're still here. You said, I want to be on stream. I was like, okay, fine, you can be on stream.
Yeah, I've never been on one, so you know what? I gotta open my variety.
Yeah, I mean, at least I showed you it, right? I mean, you got the gist of this first topic anyway.
Yeah, the Jean, I don't know how to say her full name.
It's Gina Carano.
Gina Carano. Yeah.
It is not that hard.
Hey, listen. Nah, it's I don't know. I'm just gonna let y'all put y'all input first, and I'll put my input.
You do the introduction thing. I'm just finishing something up right there.
Okay, I kind of did my introduction already, Crow.
Well, do the introduction to the Gina Carano situation.
Oh, okay. So, I'm pretty sure everyone already knows about the Gina Carano stuff already because it's been popping everywhere in the past few days. Ever since she posted that I say supposed because it wasn't really, anti-Semitic post about comparing.
Wasn't anti-Semitic. So.
Yeah, I know.
He's already giving you misinformation, everybody. He's already What is this? What is this image?
I said the keyword supposed.
What is this image you have on the screen? I'm just now looking at it.
You now notice?
I'm just now seeing it. What is this shit?
Okay, I was trying to.
I'm grossly offended right now.
Okay. Let me recap from the last time you came on, right? Remember how we did we were supposed to do part 4 with you and Aura, but then you went missing for like 2 days because of your huge hangover during July, and I just wanted to almost made a stream with Aura saying, just search for Crow and post this right here. And I made this when you didn't show up.
Yes, hold on. My wife is bringing me something. Hold on. I know
yeah,
we're on your channel right now, but
yeah, it's fine. But let me stop sharing.
But hold on. There we go.
Hello, Jasmine.
224 Vic said hello, Jasmine.
Hi.
Right.
Did you make yourself a smoothie?
Yeah, mine's different. It's light. It's darker than yours.
What'd you put in yours?
Blood.
Maybe I want the blood.
No.
No, give me the blood, baby. Baby!
Bye.
No!
Yeah.
God damn it. She gave me a smoothie with no blood in it.
Dang.
I'm some sort of peasant or something.
Yeah, wait, you drink blood?
Wait, what?
Since when do you drink blood?
You know, when I became a vampire because I wasn't hungover in July, I was being transformed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll believe it. I believe it, considering your room right now. But anyways. Oh, yeah, another reason is I said I would make a stream or video eventually because fun thing I forgot to tell you, bro. Actually, if you didn't see my comment back when you were streaming that same night, I actually briefly appeared on Andy Senor's stream in a brief call-in. I was like, yes, I made it, but here's my thoughts in a short term. And and Andy told me, he's like, do it, man. Do it. Make a stream or video. This needs to be told. It's like, because this entire situation's bullshit. So. And he's dazing off into space again. Isn't that nice? All right, let me. Go into this.
Okay. All right. I'm good now.
Okay, are you
sorry.
good?
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm good now. I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm done arguing with people on Twitter tonight.
All right, just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up, Dave Marks? How you doing? And my opinion.
But I was arguing with people on Twitter. That's what I was doing. It was very important to me.
I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Considering, oh my God, have you gone to Minds yet?
I mean, I had a Minds account, but there's no engagement over there, and I love arguing with people. And people on Minds are so nice and accommodating to conversation. So, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, I'm just saying, as an alternative to not to deal with the bullshit on Twitter. Yeah, that's what I got it for, just in case.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still have my Minds account. It's just I'll upload videos onto Minds, but my videos were too long. Now my videos are much shorter, and I can actually upload them to Minds, but now I'm just so lazy. I spend so much time on the YouTube. Do you know how much time I spend on this channel?
A lot.
No, 3 hours or something. It's not that much.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But it still
feels like a lot.
Full-time job. Yep.
Yeah, but you still do a lot. And still nothing at the same time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding there. Right. But man, also, let's not forget, man, I'm surprised how much you blew up in the past few months. It's crazy. That pyro stuff.
What is
that pyro stuff really helped boost up your channel.
Oh, the pyro stuff and then the Carson stuff? Yeah, I had someone leave me a comment today on one of the videos, and they were like, it doesn't matter what you say because people just assume Carson is a groomer. And I was like, I don't, and he goes and if you even defend him, they immediately attack you. It's I don't care what a bunch of fucking idiots say about me. Here's the easiest way of dealing with situations like that. Stop caring what dumbasses say about you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
8 marks. Just upload 2 arguments on Minds. People have to comment over there.
Speaking of which, I want to talk about the Gina stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that this person who was supposed to show up and debate is not going to pussy out. Because that's really embarrassing. Yeah. I want their fucking name so I can keep making fun of them tonight. But before that, can we talk about the 8-bit Shinobi stuff?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, Jason, I know you won't have too much about this part of the things we were talking about. So, 8-bit's basically, a convention. So, it's more on the line, the more nerd stuff. It's an anime, too, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, he's doing a convention. Vic Mignogna was going to be in it. He had Chuck Huber, if I'm not mistaken, also scheduled to be in it. It was going to be in Ottawa. Well, it's still happening. It's in Ottawa, March 27th to 28th. But he had gotten Vic Mignogna as a guest at the convention, right? Which is a really big deal for 8-bit.
Yeah.
8-bit has been wanting to do this convention for a very long time because for anime fans, weeb shit, perfect stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he gets Vic Mignogna invited, right? And so immediately he starts getting a bunch of hate messages, gets a bunch of threat messages, all sorts of just nasty stuff. 8-bit ignores it because, 8-bit, He's a pretty
taking the high ground.
Yeah,
They just like they don't give a fuck.
He took the high ground, just like Obi-Wan did right before he chopped up little Annie, right? So 8-bit does the right thing, ignores it, right? Just keeps moving forward, planning his convention. So these absolute societal rejects decide that they can't handle the idea of a convention inviting a guest they have no intention of going to. So they target his payment processor, and Stripe, cuts him out. So now he's having trouble actually taking money in for the convention from people who want to go.
That's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
All just because Vic got into the convention.
But
Yeah, I mean, like,
damn.
here's the thing I don't get, right? Like, you wanted Vic Mignogna fired from voice acting, right? So he only does voice acting with, like, certain things that still don't care about these cancel culture jackasses, right?
Yeah.
Fine. Don't watch that content if you have an issue with Vic Mignogna being a part of it. But no, he has to be removed entirely. Even if they're not going to watch it, he needs to be removed. So he goes to conventions, right? Conventions these people have no intention of going to in the first place. Yeah. But he can't do that either. I don't get what the goal is here, because even if they have no intention of like interacting with where he is going to go, they demand that he be exiled, right? And I'm like, okay, so if Vic Mignogna wants to get a job at a fucking Dairy Queen, these idiots would then call up the Dairy Queen and demand he get fired, right?
And just bring up the false accusations about
it doesn't matter where he goes. They demand that he not be allowed there. So I'm like, what do you want this guy to do, right? The conventions are how he gets paid. So do you want him to just like yeet himself? And don't say that's not what you want, because it doesn't matter where he goes. You follow him around. You're sniffing his ass no matter what he does, demanding that he be removed. So what do you want? Do you want the guy to be poor and starve to death? Do you want him living in a homeless shelter? You're going to call up the homeless shelter and say, that guy, he touched someone's hair. Kick him out of the homeless shelter. Like, you fucking weirdos. I don't understand what the goal is, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
But, like, what did he do? Like, did he do something in the past or something on this?
All right. So, I know. Oh, yeah. So, Jason, I know.
Are you ready to get into the weeds here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Jason here, my buddy, is not familiar with, voice acting or voice actors and animes or anything.
Vic Mignogna was a voice actor, pretty prominent, and he voiced Broly in Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah, if you've seen Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I know Dragon Ball.
Okay, good. You know who Broly is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Vic Mignogna voiced Broly in the Dragon Ball Super movie, which is a really big event, right? Had releases in movie theaters and everything. Around that same time, this push starts from this one girl who has incredibly stretchy long arms to have him canceled.
Lars girl.
Stretch arm stretch. That's what we tend to call her. Don't name her.
Yeah.
Don't name her. You'll be accused of cyberbullying. So she puts out this whole thing about Kick Vic, right? Because there's all these anonymous stories online of Vic Mignogna being inappropriate with people, right? No actual claims you can back up, right? Just people saying, this one time at a convention, my parents allowed him to put his hands on my ass. Stupid shit like that, right? People claiming that people's parents gladly let them grope people, right?
Yeah.
In front of hundreds of people. I was standing in line and he like sniffed me in front of everybody. Weird shit like that, right? They took photos out of context. They took photos from people who wanted nothing to do with this. They took interactions because he does voice acting for certain shows, right?
Yeah.
People would be like, can we act out this scene, right? Can you say this
out of context, basically?
Yeah. So
everything's taken out of context.
They would take clips of him saying that line and then act as if he's perving on people. That's how fucking bad it was. Well, then his cohorts in fucking Funimation, right, who have hated his guts for years, because
and just failed to and just hid it all this time until.
Yeah. The thing is, it's become pretty clear based on conversations, based on other things that have been said, based on other people who have worked at Funimation who've come out and stated on the record this has happened, right? That they've hated Vic Mignogna for years. They hated him because he was Christian. They hated him because he was a Republican. And they also like to say that he was gay behind his back and that he was incredibly flamboyant and, an F word and shit, right? So they talk trash about the guy constantly. Apparently they're all mad because before Vic Mignogna, they would go to conventions and work for free. Vic Mignogna started showing up and he was such a big name around these scenes, he was charging money for his autographs, and apparently they didn't realize that they could do that. So they were pretty pissy that he was making all this money and they weren't, right? They were pissy they had this massive fan base and they didn't, right?
Yeah.
So he fucking
much better. Go ahead.
He gets into it with two people. One is known as fucking bitch face, and the other one's named bitch hair. Right? I don't want to say their names because I'll be accused of cyberbullying. But bitch face and bitch hair accuse him of inappropriately touching them. Bitch hair says that he pulled her hair, and then she remembers this firmly, that he then leaned in and whispered something seductively, but she actually can't remember what was actually said. She just remembers that it was seductive, right? That's bitch hair's story. Bitch face, though, said that at a convention, they were having lunch, and then they went upstairs into her room, and then Vic Mignogna forced himself onto her. And then somebody knocked on the door because they were supposed to have lunch. But oh wait, that was the other. Okay, it didn't happen there. It happened in a different room, and it was before lunch. But then her story flipped around a few times, right?
Yeah, and her witness said
it never happened. Yeah. Well, no, because the people who hate Vic Mignogna have clarified to say that no, he didn't say that didn't happen. He said that he had no recollection, and that if anything of that nature, or if he had any idea that something of that was happening, he would have banned both people from his convention because he doesn't want it to deal with any of that shit.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people who were voice actors came out and talked about how Vic Mignogna was creepy, including one guy who liked to film himself in women's restrooms, which is a crime, but
Albert Wesker.
And then another guy who I'm not supposed to like say who he is and what convention it was, but apparently would get very upset with the host because apparently they had people at the conventions who would work with these voice actors, guide them around. But he would only want to work with female hosts. And if they didn't want to go up to his bedroom, he would get very upset and pissy, right? These were the people who were coming out of Vic Mignogna's illicit behavior, right? And then another voice actor was also accused by Stretch Harm and her fucking reject squad of doing the bad touch on people, which turned out to not be true because this person actually had text message conversations in which she said that in which nothing had happened, right? But she had claimed that he had tried to, do the dirty with her, even though there were like text messages between them in which it was pretty clear that's not what was going on at all, and that he wanted nothing to do with that skanky cunt. So anyways, doesn't matter, right? These Funimation people come out against Vic Mignogna, right? Even though one of their stories makes no sense and has been flipped around several times, and the other one, Bitch Hair's story, is that, she remembers him doing these things, but she can't remember at all what was actually said, right? They get him fired from Funimation. Then Rooster Teeth comes out and fires Vic Mignogna because of his disgusting behavior, right? Which we then later find out that a few people at Rooster Teeth were actually doing terrible things with actual evidence behind it, but ignore that. That's not. It's funny that all the men who came out against Vic Mignogna somehow had actually been engaging in disgusting behavior behind the scenes and all got outed. But whatever. It was natural devil.
So think about double standards in a nutshell, Jason.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it gets better, right? Because on top of saying that he was gay behind his back, they also called him a homophobe, right? Even though there's this famous video of Vic Mignogna outside of a convention getting really pissed at these like super religious bigots. So he like walks up to them and says, God wouldn't want this. These are God's children too. All this stuff, right? But they accuse him of being a homophobe. And there you go. Yeah. Basically, he's a Christian Republican working in the Funimation voice acting, working with other voice actors who are incredibly fucking woke and shit, and they can't stand his fucking guts, and he's more successful than him. And they can't.
And has a much bigger following.
Oh, massive following. Yeah. Right? So now, no matter where he goes, no matter what he does, there's this group of just mouth breathers that knuckle drags around, following him, trying to sniff his ass, no matter where he goes, to get him removed. And if you won't remove him, then they'll try to cancel your event. Yeah, and welcome to the entire Vic Mignogna situation for the past 2 fucking years. It hasn't stopped.
And this is what happens from just one single tweet, Jason. This is why Twitter's so shit.
This is really all just because of a tweet. That's crazy.
Yeah. This all started from a tweet. This is one thing I hate about Twitter. It legitimately ruined lives. This is why I'm glad. I didn't realize how shit Twitter was until the big thing started. I was like, oh my god, I'm so lucky not to catch on to this for all my years being on the internet up until now. It's like, how lucky am I not to see any of this? But yeah, I'm also living under a rock. It's crazy. It's just so bizarre. Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, did you ever see Yellow Flash's stream where they saw Sean Schimmel straight live on Twitch? Crow?
No.
Oh my god, it was so funny. It was so funny. This man went straight from a 180 to being super chill to like, do you think I'm beta? Mood.
Wait. Who was on the stream then?
No, so Yellow Flash, Ricada, that Star Wars girl, I think Tug and Radiant Eagle were all on Flash's stream, and they were reacting to Sean live on his Twitch channel. It was one of the Yellow Flash does his usual Saturday night streams, but someone mentioned him that Sean was live on his Twitch channel because now he has Twitched, and then.
Wait, hold on, because you mentioned Sean Schimmel, right?
Yeah.
So Sean Schimmel, the voice of Goku, the most beta bitch out there, goes out. Okay. There's a time between the I Stand With Vic and the Kick Vic community, and they were at war with each other. And the I Stand With Vic people went to someone's house and broke the door in and left hateful messages and all this shit, right? And it turned out that no, she had actually broken her door already and had posted screenshots, the exact same screenshots of her broken door, right? Saying that she was that someone tried to swat her and shit, and that they broke down the door swatting her, and there were like Facebook fucking posts of that door that was broken like a year ago, the exact same fucking photos, right? And Sean Schimmel had come out and talked about how terrible it was, right? And people pointed out that the bitch made the entire thing up. So then Sean Schimmel says, well, that's bad, but I was just contacted by my police department because someone tried to swat me. And yeah, that's the beta bitch voice of Goku, who is the most disappointing human being on the planet.
He really is. Oh, and let me tell you a funny story from the Vic thing, right? Besides from that stream, let me tell you something that happened during that year when the Vic thing started. So, I went to AwesomeCon in 2019. So this was around late April. So it was Endgame weekend, basically. And it was one of the funnest weekends I had in a very long time.
Vic, I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I just have one quick second? I'm actually going to bring my hookah set up upstairs. I just need like a few minutes. Is that okay?
Oh, your hookah's there?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem. You are the guest of honor right now.
I am?
Yes.
Well, okay, it's Ignite. I pass on my guest of honor privileges to you. Reach your hand out and touch the screen.
All right.
There you go. There you go. Do you feel the power?
Yes.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
We're in the space.
Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, if only Joey were here for that one. If only Joey were here.
Crow cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I promise I will be right back. I'm gonna need some hookah for the shit that we're about to talk about with Gina Carano.
Oh, yeah, and then before we move on to that, there's some shit I have to tell you before we move on to that.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited. All right, I'll be right back, everybody.
Keep talking, Rick. Fuck.
Dave, I miss Dave.
By the way, Dave, I see you on Minds. Please subscribe to me on Minds.
I'll be back.
Okay. All right. So, Jason, how much of this info did you catch on?
Basically all of it. I caught on to all of it.
Dude, it's crazy how much you wouldn't think this would happen in a voice acting industry, and here we are. And this is yeah.
I see.
Go ahead.
Like social media basically has like a lot. Like social media basically could ruin someone's life over. Which is crazy. Yeah. Like even say like. I'm not saying it's true or not. It could be either way, but it's still crazy that that basically could ruin your whole life and follow you for a long time, which is crazy.
All thanks to cancel culture.
I guess so. I don't know. To me it's just like I don't know. Sometimes it's like That's why me, like, I really try not to like use social media too much, and kind of like try to stay in the rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Crow didn't mention the even actual legal case. Oh yeah. So let me briefly mention for the Vic story. He actually did go to court and sue Funimation and a few other voice actors for defamation and torturous interference.
Okay.
And yeah, so the TCPA motion, which is the first motion they had, didn't go through. So he went to appeal it, and we're still waiting to hear from the appeals since last September. So it's been a while, but eventually, it's civil cases like these take a long time.
Yeah,
So
they could take up to years. Civil cases usually.
yeah, so it's gonna it won't be for a long time until we
That's
find out
why
what
people,
it is.
even when they get like basic car tickets and they try to go fight it, they just end up just paying for it because a lot of the court dates take a very long time.
I know that's the sad thing about civil court cases. It's just
Especially now,
so
with this whole pandemic, everything's gonna be behind.
yeah. That's the one thing about civil court cases. They take forever, and not to mention they take up a lot of your money too, just for the attorneys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another thing. Not one person filed a police report against this supposed rapist. True.
That's
true.
crazy, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the thing. Every evidence that's been shown against this guy, this voice actor named Vic, all debunked, and nothing legit has actually been shown to be proven. And that's the one thing we've all been asking for. For people who support the guy, we just want legit proof. And we want proof, and that seems legit. If there's any actual proof of this, then it's like fine, he's actually done something, and we're like, that's all.
That's crazy.
But nothing has come out. Talking about getting backstabbed so hard in 180 was just poor Vic, but at least it brought a lot of light to the anime industry and voice acting community. It's so crazy. I'm just like, man, it's like you wouldn't think a divide like this would happen so easily, but it has.
It's crazy.
And wait, here's a funny thing. Think about this. If this were say 5 or 6 years ago, this kind of shit wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen because cancel culture wasn't a thing back in 2015. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it now. Think about if we were to have something like this several years ago, this shit would never happened. I'm telling you, because cancel culture, well, I mean, probably was. It's not strong. It's debatable when it started, but it basically really grew strong when Me Too happened. So
to me, it's just crazy, the whole thing in general.
Yeah.
Just like,
I've heard bits and pieces of Vic's story. It sounds like a soap opera. That basically is. It basically is. It's think of it as an American soap opera, like Days of Our Lives, that will go on and on for a very long time, and we don't know the exact conclusion to it. If any of you know any American soap operas, I only know that just because I keep NBC on for cable. Dave Marks. The closest they have to a hair touch story, he touched a coworker's hair in an environment themselves described as sexually charged. Yes, and that's apparently sexually charged. Think about it, Jason. Think about that.
That's still crazy. It's like, what?
Yeah.
To me, it's like how I am with a lot of things. Is I know it's not good to kind of be neutral, but sometimes it's just better to be neutral. But
I know what you mean.
It's just
I like to be like that. I like to be like that. It was politics. I mean, I have my ways. Like, this is why I consider myself a centrist, because I see points and problems on both sides of the spectrum, and both of them are pretty shit. And that's why I'm just like, if there's BS that's not there, I'm just gonna call it out and say, yeah, there's no way that shit's there.
Like, for me, it's like I try to see, like you said, like both sides, see both like proof, And to me, it's like sometimes I won't say, but like I'll have my own opinion. But like nowadays, you really can't say your own.
Yeah, you can't say your own opinion. That's the thing that fucking sucks.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like, you only have to have one side. You can only have one opinion. If you have a different opinion, people would want to destroy your life and try to ruin your life for it.
Like, I would say, like, in general, in most things, it's better just not to say nothing because you don't want to get tens of millions of people like just jumping on you or something. Even if that's like your belief, or if your belief could be wrong, but it's still your belief at the end of the day. That's how I try to view things.
Yeah.
Like I will bring this like say one of my friends is a Republican and my other friend's a Democrat, I that's between them, you know. I would say like don't jump on each other just because you guys have different point of views. You guys see it as like y'all still the same people at the end of the day in the same country, you know. That's how I would try to view things.
Yeah. Yeah, point. The stabbing of Julius Caesar is the oldest recorded instance of cancel culture and destroyed the Roman Empire. I mean, but could you really consider it cancel culture back then? I mean, I feel like it didn't really have a name until just like about a few years ago. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, is this the David that used to be on the Skype?
Oh no. This is a different Dave. This is Dave. We're talking about David. David's the guy who's from the Skype days, from the Bronx. Otherwise, I would say this man would have probably a picture of Dante for his icon from Devil May Cry.
Oh, okay.
But see, here's the funny thing about you, Jason. And you're, I don't know. I don't know how I would basically say it, but I mean, I'm trying to say the nicest way possible without trying to sound very without trying to insult you. But basically, you kind of grew up in base. How would you describe Bridgeport?
Property, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you grew up in property. Because I'm trying to say, how can I say? Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Well, you basically live in not the nice parts of Connecticut.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not trying to say where you live, just for I mean, I'm just gonna say the state. Just
okay. All right. Hold on. I heard It's Ignite talk about how he watched Days of Our Lives.
Oh no! I brought that up, and I just brought that up as an example of American soap operas being taking forever, just like the Vic case.
My mom made me watch that shit. No, you don't understand. It's torturous. It's terrible. She would record every single episode each week, and then on Sunday, watch them all she would binge watch it, and it was awful. It was terrible. They had a whole episode where the characters are in heaven, and they had to have sex with each other like fucking Adam and Eve.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah, it was fucking weird. Maybe it was Limbo or something. I don't fucking know. That show is trash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
This was the 90s. It was a different time.
Yeah, I was going to say, did she still watch it to this day?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Because I'll tell you right now, from just seeing just only a few clips, it's like that. This changed a lot then. Because I should know, I follow one of the actresses on Instagram, so.
Okay, so I saw Dave Mark say I didn't bring up the court case. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I brought it up while
Okay.
you were
Cool.
AWOL, so.
Bro, he was POHR. It's not a person's fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, Rev's in the house. What's up, Rev? Hey, Rev, if you want to hop on, you can. I mean, I could say me and
Rev, hop on. I need you to be the person who defends the firing of Gina Carano, because the person who's supposed to debate me apparently pussied the fuck out, and I'm angry and I'm upset, and I need you to come in here and be a contrarian.
Wait, was Rev one of the guys who said Gina was rightfully fired?
I don't even know, but he's a great contrarian. He can argue a point even if he doesn't believe in it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Rev, if you didn't see, you were also on Call and Order. If you didn't see that video. Oh yeah, you skipped Rev.
Yeah, the music was copyrighted, so there was nothing I could.
I know you don't want to get copyrighted, but it was like it was a parody, so.
I know, but they're so vindictive.
You have to admit, if you ever listened to it, it was a pretty catchy song.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, funny off track. Yeah. Anyways, what's up? Dang. When we were kind of a little bit off course for a second. Oh, right. Oh yeah. I know one reason I can't blame him for not showing up is because he's in a Hispanic family, and when they're at someone else's house, they'll be there forever. So.
Oh, dude, I get that.
Yeah, I know. I'm Hispanic too, so I know how to fucking
give
feel.
a shit. He clearly went there to hide, like a coward.
And he said, that's the thing I hate. When I have someone like that on the opposite side of the spectrum to debate each other, and someone with different opinions as ours, I try to bring him on here. they won't show. Like this man is like, I don't know how to say this. I don't want to call him out like when he's not on stream, but he basically went with the whole argument that Gino is also transphobic still, even though I don't know if he misread or anything, but he actually believed all the journalists that basically slander her.
Hold on. Jasmine,
Oh,
what's going on?
That's not fire.
Oh no, it's just the coals.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Why you turn the camera on?
So everyone can see your beautiful face.
What? Aren't you on someone else's stream?
Yes, I am.
Then stop.
No, no, baby, come back.
When Crow hijacks the stream.
I love you. No, don't shut the door.
When Karu hijacks the stream.
You should have known what was going to happen.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. Before you left, I was going to talk about the whole brief story with Sean at AwesomeCon, right? Because So yeah, it was AwesomeCon, late April 2019, Endgame weekend, one of the best weekends of my life. So when I went to AwesomeCon, right, there were several voice actors there, and he was one of the ones that were there. And the funniest thing is, out of all the guests that were on AwesomeCon that year, he had the shortest line out of all of them. The shortest.
Wow.
Think about that. The shortest line out of everyone.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, you know the funny thing is, the woman
because he thinks he's very important, that everybody loves him. He got we're okay. Apparently, what's his face? The guy with the guy with the casting couch.
Chris Sabat. We can say his names. I don't care. We can say
okay. Chris Sabat and Sean Schemmel are some of the most petty bitches in the entire industry, right? But Sean Schemmel, right, gets so fucking upset if you invite any other voice actor for Goku to a convention he's at, and he will raise a bitch fit until you disinvite the other voice actor.
All right. Oh wait, Rev. How can we send Rev a link? I can't find him on Twitter or Discord.
Well, you just send him a link, sir.
Oh yeah, I just can't. Let me just. I'm not sure if I have Rev on Twitter. Let me double check.
Crow, check your Twitter DMs.
Yeah,
why is everyone always telling me to check my DMs? Why?
Because I have something important to share with you, I guess.
I know.
But if you can share it with Rev, you can do that too, because I can't find him right now.
Okay, hold on. Checking my Twitter DMs.
Yeah. And the funny thing is about that whole thing, the woman who voiced Meg from Hercules was there, and she had a longer line than Sean.
I got cucked by the bitch from Hercules.
That is fucking hilarious.
That is good. Wait, who voiced the girl in Hercules? I forget.
I forget her name.
Actually, I never knew. So
yeah, I forgot her name, but I know I think the other reason being is because she also voiced Rose Quartz / Pink Diamond from Steven Universe, so that's probably another reason. So
probably.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she had a longer line.
If you're telling me Goku from Dragon Ball got a shorter line from some voice actor from fucking Steven Universe, that's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse than Meg from Hercules.
Wait, is this before this whole thing, or this is like?
And this is after. It's like a few months after all this started.
Damn.
So it kind of killed a bit of their rep too, honestly.
Yeah,
because what you have to understand is, like, even the people that are kind of questioning Vic Mignogna's behavior and saying, well, look, I don't think he did any of that stuff, but clearly, because Vic Mignogna does get laid at these conventions, right? He will like say, hey, do you want to come up to my room? And they'll say, yes.
Hey,
and they'll go up to his room, right? So even the people that fucking aren't okay with that behavior will say things like, yeah, but I don't think he should lose his job. Yeah, I don't think he should be following him around. Yeah, I don't think he should be saying that stuff about him. But, they insulted all of his fans, and Vic Mignogna has more fans than all of them combined because he's done a ton of fucking roles. He voiced Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist, which is a majorly popular series, right? So he's got a ton of fans. So when you sit there and you attack all of his fans as being okay with, the rapey stuff, like you immediately piss people off to an absurd degree.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, for me, even not to mention this to you, bro, I didn't know who Vic was until all this started. Until I didn't realize he was the guy who sang the best version of Dragon Soul from Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is my favorite rendition he's done. And I was like, oh my god, I love this theme better than anyone else's.
Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of voice or like songs that he's done too.
Yeah, including the one from GT. I forget the name of that one, but basically, yeah, that one. I love his cover.
I know the one you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I don't remember the name too. It's on my YouTube playlist, so I just forget it already. Oh yeah, and for the record, I will point out too, I am a fan of Steven Universe, but I will say the fan base is straight up awful. Don't like it, but I love the series. Just think the fan base is too toxic. Just to point that out there, just in case. Anyways, Rev, you there?
I'm here. How is everybody?
We're doing all right, Rev. It's been a while since we had you on, and I just want to ask you the question: have you seen Call and Order?
The most recent one, I don't think I have.
No. I mean the Law and Order. Do you not know what I mean?
No, I've seen it.
You seen the video I made about that?
Yeah, it was pretty funny actually.
Yeah, were you surprised when you were in it?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice to see that people still love me and they throw me into their shit and toss my name around. So yeah, I got some leverage. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
I love you, Rev.
Yeah.
Aw.
Everyone's favorite red guy. So. Anyways, good. So actually, Rev, what are your thoughts on the Gina Carano stuff?
Okay, so do you really want me to go off about the whole thing?
Yes.
Huh?
Okay, I think it's fucking stupid, to be honest. I mean, I was thinking about this. I know that cancel culture is one of the biggest fucking things, especially in, woke fucking Disney culture. And I know this is probably going to throw Crow off because he's going to be like, what the fuck, Rev? I thought you're one of those liberal assholes that sheds tears.
No, you're a liberal. You're not a woke progressive asshat. It's a difference.
Okay.
I know what you identify as. I love you, buddy.
You can be liberal, but you can also hate the woke shit that comes with being on the left.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I think it's fine. I think it's funny because honestly, what's it? Karen Kennedy or some shit like that. I don't know her fucking name.
Karen Kennedy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she is. Is that
Kathleen Kennedy?
I'm gonna call her fucking Karen for all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Call it bitch face.
Exactly.
I mean, Karen Kennedy sounds better, honestly, because it just
with the bitch face. No, it doesn't.
No,
just say bitch face. It will roll right off the tongue.
Karen bitch face Kennedy.
Yeah, see,
that works.
Say a little bit faster.
Yeah, that works. Karen bitchface Kennedy.
There you go. They've got it. These chats got it. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So anyway, as far as the woke politics, I since she's taken the helm, I realized that basically Marvel is starting to turn into shit. Star Wars is turning into shit. Lucasfilm. I know that they basically fired that Serrano chick because of her Twitter post that or Instagram post, whatever the fuck it is, and everything like that.
I think it might have been on Instagram, but I'm not sure.
It was an Instagram repost of somebody else. But the thing that just for clarification there, right? Actually, no. Rob, I don't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
And I mean, I'm not gonna bring in Edwin's fucking name because, well, he's just a fucking flat out moron, wearing that T-shirt. But anyway, as far as Serrano's post, I mean, accurately. It is historically accurate what she posted about it, but
it was just taken in. It was probably the worst example to think about. I saw her point that she was making for that post. Still, is probably not the best example to go for.
Well, no, and I agree. I saw the point.
One thing I got to just sorry. I mean, what's his face? Pedro Pascal has made several fucking analogies to the Nazis. Repeatedly because Trump's Hitler, Trump supporters are all Nazis, Trump supporters are basically Nazis. That's America. He did Germany in 1942, America in 2018 or 2017 or something, and he does pictures of kids in cages, but the dumbass uses a picture of kids in fucking Pakistan. Right.
I thought it was the cages in those detention centers for Hispanics in this.
No. He used a photo from Pakistan in 2010.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a very dumb person.
Well,
to top everything else off.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, it's basically what they're doing is they're violating one of the oldest rules of the internet, and that's Godwin's law. If you do any comparatives to Hitler or call somebody Hitler, you've lost the argument automatically. That's just what it comes down to. As far as the Gina Carano situation, I mean, technically, she did post something that was historically accurate about how, you know, Jewish people did go out and beat the shit out of their fucking neighbors because they thought,
the Germans, not Jewish people.
Germans.
Well, Germans.
Yeah, I mean, I have it right up here for you, just in case if you can see it.
Oh, okay. By their neighbors. It says Jews were beaten on the streets not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors.
Even by children, which is true.
Yeah, and there is some historical accuracy to that. Now, I'm not condoning the fact that, I think the genocide was a great thing, because it wasn't.
No,
I think the final solution was just fucking abhorrent and a terrible stain in our history. And I took a step back from this, and I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, well, it's kind of ironic that basically you have Lucasfilm that fires Gina Carano.
Carano.
Whatever.
I'm sorry, that was bugging me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Jason did the same thing earlier while you left.
Okay. For you, Carano. All right. When I say Serrano, I'm thinking of food. I don't know.
Serrano peppers because she's spicy.
Exactly. And she's also a person of color. But anyway, I forgot my fucking point. God damn it, Crow.
I always do that to people. I'm sorry.
You did this too much.
No, okay. So what it came down to is I took a step back from all of this fucking drama. Lucasfilm fires Carano, which basically is owned by Disney. Now the thing is that in the spirit of Walt Disney, I think Carano's doing a good thing, because wasn't Walt Disney also anti-Semite?
You know, there's a whole video saying that he wasn't. But because he wasn't a communist, apparently some communists smeared him as an anti-Semite.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true or false. I prefer the history of Walt Disney being an anti-Semite. Because he's a piece of shit.
That's weird, because when I think about it too, I remember a very long time ago in a documentary about the Hollywood 7, he was actually featured in it, which I found was the crazy part. If you guys know the story about the Hollywood 7.
Tell us the story.
Yeah.
If he's gonna do that, Crow, then you need to shut the fuck up.
I refuse. Never mind. Don't do it. I can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, I just forget the entire story of the Hollywood 7, but I just can't remember. It was basically a group of
Sorry. I'll stop.
I can't remember off the top of my head. But it was basically a bunch of people in the film industry basically being accused. This was during the Cold War, so it was basically a bunch of them being accused of being communists, because back then America hates communism. So, and that led to a bunch of them testifying in court. And one of them I remember was Walt Disney. So I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's kind of shocking to think about.
Yep. He did that. He did that. Actually, you know, it's pretty funny, right? There's a whole movie about how they weren't communists and they were falsely labeled. Now fucking Hollywood in 2020, they're all fucking communists.
It was the Hollywood 10. It was the Hollywood 10, my bad. Not the Hollywood 7. It was the Hollywood 10.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's just interesting the way that we have come along. I mean, I get it. It's, you got the Zoomers and you've got the Millennials and the Generation Y people and all this. It's like they all of a sudden opened up a history book and started reading, be like, well, no, this can't happen, not in this day and age. So we got to do something about it. It's like, wow, you guys are really trying to reinvent the wheel, aren't you? You know, and it's just irritating that we have a lot of this social justice warrior bullshit that's going on, because it's like, it's unnecessary. I mean, I come from a generation, Gen X, the middle child of history, towards more or less just fuck your feelings. You know, I don't care if you're going to do this shit. If it's something that directly involves or impacts your personal life, then you should have an issue with it. But if it's going to be something to where it's trying to fight the world, you know, and you're one small fish in a big giant pond, it's counterproductive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a millennial and my feelings are the most important. So.
Do you also have a peanut allergy, Crow?
I maybe do. You know, it's been a tough childhood for me, actually.
Yeah. I'm more on the line of like, I think there's some social justice needs to be done, but not to the extreme levels of how SJW is always portrayed. Because I do think there is some social injustice, but there is some social justice that they claim is social justice, but isn't really social justice in my opinion.
Well, no, and I agree 100%. I mean, I think when it comes down to like immigrations on policies on immigration,
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You know, that's kind of one of those things to where that's a double-edged sword. You know, when it comes down to it.
Because there are some people when it comes to immigration, they just genuinely want to either move here just because they like it here, or just look for better work or for a better life. But then there are some people that come in here and once they step across here, they act like a bunch of shitheads. That's the one thing that pisses me off about a lot of Hispanics that actually do come here.
Well, exactly,
and this is coming from me as a Hispanic myself, because I'm not going to admit it.
I'm also part Hispanic too, so I mean we're gonna get along great. So
I'm fully Hispanic though, so it works more for me. But I just hate how most of them act like a bunch of shitheads once they get here. Go ahead, Red.
And I agree 100%. I mean, the immigration policies that we do currently have, I mean, it's a fucking joke. I mean, there could be some stronger and better vetting processes, but at the same time, you've got these people that be like, oh, hey, cool, well, we're just going to go ahead and throw them in cages and I don't know, figure it out how we're going to funnel them out into society. That's just kind of like, there's got to be a better transition when it comes to actually allowing immigrants into this country. And it's not just Hispanic or brown people that come from, south of the border and everything like that either. I also think that, and this is where my liberalism comes in, Crow. I do believe that there needs to be more of an issue when it comes down to the Black community actually addressed and taken care of, especially when you've got a lot of disparagement, the wage gaps and basically how they're treated differently when it comes to, basically credit, basically giving them an opportunity to move up in society and actually be a part, of something that's bigger instead of trying to continually push them down into overwhelming poverty.
Are you ready for me to shock you? I don't disagree with you at all. I look, for me though, I think when that argument comes up about the Black community, right? And it's, a larger percentage of the Black community are poor, right? Are lower middle class. They live in tend to be like inner cities and everything. I'm just talking about a larger portion than of other races, right? I feel like the way that you help that out is by helping the poor, right? Because that's obviously going to overly benefit the Black community if more of the Black community are in those situations. I just don't like the idea where you have incredibly wealthy, incredibly privileged people being treated like, they're inept and, can't do anything for themselves, right? Like that's the part where I'm just like, the fuck? Like, yeah, racism is still a thing, obviously, right? Yeah. But I don't think you solve that with more racism. Right? I don't get that. I don't get that mentality.
Yeah. Reverse racism doesn't work at all.
Well, it's not reverse. It's just straight up racism.
Yeah. Well, people that claim is like, oh yeah, we're racist, so we'll be racist to them, but we're not racist. Twitter in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's another thing. Fuck Twitter.
Yeah. I know.
I'm agreeing with Rev so much tonight. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
I know. Right? I mean, it's like I actually have a rational mind and I'm not here trolling and speaking from a perspective of actual, I don't know, politics that's makes sense.
Yeah, I got to say, like, the Trump stuff was fun, but you got to admit, it drove people just into corners, right? And I don't think that's all him, but at the same time, it's kind of nice that we're not doing that anymore. A little bit.
No, that whole Trump thing, I use it as a leverage point just to kind of take jabs. I mean, to be honest, I don't care for the orange bastard. I think he's dumb as shit. I mean, he's a businessman, and then on the other side of the aisle, you've got lawyers. So you got to kind of put it into perspective. It's like if your two-party system is a choice between businessmen and lawyers, you got to think about who's going to fuck you the least, know?
That's why I say when it comes to politics, no matter what, the loser is always going to be just citizens.
Exactly. And this whole impeachment process, the secondary impeachment process, I think it was a fucking joke.
Yeah, it was.
It was a kangaroo court is what it came down to. You've got the Democrats that says, oh, yeah, we're going to vote and we're going to get witnesses in here. But then they turn around and be like, no, we got to think about the coronavirus and the American people and blah, blah, blah.
That
politics
was
with
great.
That shit.
That was fucking great. They sit there and they have this whole battle over calling witnesses. And then they win it. And they're like, actually, you know what? Never mind. It's like, what are you fucking doing? It's don't get me wrong, right? I understand if you want to like make this a fucking talking point till the end of time and claim Trump is responsible for all the bad stuff in the world ever, right? But he's not in office anymore. Yeah. Nothing you are doing is solving anything. There's actual problems, but you instead choose to focus on like the dumbest shit. I was watching like Rekieta streams of it.
Yeah, same here.
Don't get me wrong. look, it was the same thing with the first impeachment process. It went the exact same fucking way, right? But I'm sitting there going like, well, he said to fight, and that's a clear. I was like, are you kidding? Are you fucking?
Are you
kidding?
sure?
Like,
did you interpret that correctly though? I mean, not you. I'm talking about people who the media itself saying, yeah, he said they told him to go destroy the Capitol. He said it. He said it.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, it's so that shit
And-
like that was just so dumb. Like, and the thing is, I remember at the time Trump put out like this video on Twitter saying, I love you all, but go home.
Yeah,
and Twitter removed the video.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and here's a funny
guys,
thing.
he
everywhere
told people
else,
they played
everywhere
this
else, everywhere else, it was removed. They did not want to show the shit of him telling, just stop,
well, but
please.
I mean, not even that, but like there was fucking what is it? They played a clip, and I think it was a clip of fucking Baked Alaska, which is just hilarious, right? Fucking hilarious, right? But the clip is someone saying, "I don't think Trump's gonna like this," and fucking Baked Alaska goes, "No, he's gonna love it." I'm like, so you have someone saying that Trump's not gonna like it. You have someone else saying, "No, he's gonna love it," and that's proof that Trump was inciting people to do this. I'm like, are you fucking like, how dumb did you have to be to put that together?
And I'll state for the record right now. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I do not like Trump at all, but there's bullshit that's being called out that's not there. I'm going to say, it's not there. That's bullshit. It's just saying. Like, was this whole impeachment. I saw everything that was presented. He said, quote unquote, peacefully, and it was repeated peacefully, go up there to the Capitol, peacefully protest and all that. And is that inciting insurrection? He said peacefully. He didn't straight go there and say, hey, go kill Congress for me, will you?
Yeah, and they were like, but he told people that the election was rigged and it was stolen. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you guys did that for 4 fucking years. Well, but but our people never got violent.
No, did you see those? Did you see that?
Like, yeah, they fucking did.
Did you see his videos of those defense? I'm just like, point taken.
The only thing that the whole impeachment drama proved to me is that basically it was just like watching Twitter in real time. Everybody's taking things out of context, misconstruing, concept, all this, exacerbating the situation and the points to make it seem like, oh, hey, cool. Biden said this, so we're just going to go ahead and label him as a pedo and cancel him. How's that? I don't know if that made sense.
I think it's fair, right? It's like people, and back to the Gina Carano stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like people keep saying, "Well, she's an anti-Semite because she said this and she did this," and I'm like, "There's this interesting interaction I had on Twitter today, right? Where they said, well, she showed this photo, right? And I don't know, can I share my screen?
Oh yeah, just give me, let me just stop sharing mine. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on, let me pull it up because I look, it's just stupid Twitter shit, right? But it's kind of like the entire argument against her is just the dumbest shit ever. Okay, here we go.
This is why I really wish my friend was here for this, because I would really love to see you and Rev like go into him and just tell
I would have had so much fun, and I'm so disappointed in this individual.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I put this to you. I was being sarcastic as shit because Star Wars, not really sarcastic, but more like, Disney is much worse, right? We are relieved Gina is gone. It was long overdue. She was repeatedly and remorsefully hurtful to entire communities. If you call that doing nothing wrong, then I don't know what to tell you.
In what way was she hurtful?
Well, okay, so they use the beat, boop, bop shit.
Okay,
right?
That shit's dumb. It's really dumb.
Well, not only is it dumb, but like she even said the reason why I did that is because people kept telling me I had to put pronouns on my profile and I didn't want to. Yeah. But they made me do it, so I figured I would just do this, and that offended people, and I took it off, right?
Yeah.
And that was it.
And
they said, well, she's being harmful and she's not respecting trans people's rights. Like, no,
transphobic.
It's like you forced her to do something she didn't want to do, and then she got sarcastic about it. And you got all uber butthurt. That's not on her. That's on you, idiots.
Well, yeah. No, and thing is nobody's forced to do anything. They don't have to oblige any requests by anybody just to sit there and be more favorable to a specific demographic. That's the shit that fucking pisses me off. If you're happy in your own skin and you're comfortable with it, cool. Fucking run with it, but don't dictate to other people how that they should feel about their own.
Pretty much.
That shit's fucking irritating.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, right? So that's the thing, right? she decided that you're going to make her do that. She's going to do this. And you got offended, but that's not her insulting or targeting trans people. But that's what they turned it into, right? So every single week it was cancel Gina Carano, right? And I thought that was really dumb because they're always going on about how Star Wars fans hate female Star Wars characters, but people love the Cara Dune character, right? Yeah. And we're not talking about someone who's walking around scantily clad. She's a fucking merc. She's a fucking MMA fighter. Right? That's a positive she's an actual image. Badass. Yeah, but that's a positive image, right? Mm-hmm. That's an actual positive image for female empowerment and all that stuff that they always talk about. But she had to be canceled because she wasn't willing to put pronouns in her bio, right? It was the dumbest shit ever.
And she was called transphobic for it.
Yeah.
Like even though she's come out, and I found articles about this where it stated, she does support trans people, but.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter at that point, it doesn't matter. Because they've already put it into their heads that she's a transinism-phobe and she should be removed from polite society, right? That's the argument against her, right? I know I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but
no, I know what you mean, but it's the same way she, like you said in her post, but she didn't have. Oh, go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, so I put out a stress, as a Muslim, I'm repeatedly hurt that Disney, the multi-billion-dollar company that owns Star Wars, filmed outside of a concentration camp for Muslims. You're offended that a woman said you shouldn't hate neighbors based on their beliefs. I know you sound kind of Nazi-ish. So this idiot...
what did he say?
Okay. Let me, because this is like the funniest shit for me. I'm not making that up. This is the funniest shit for me ever, right? So... they put out this image and they go this is some stuff where she implies Jews control the world, right? This image, it's a bunch of people, right? And this is pretty important because one of them is George Soros, who's Jewish, right? And I was like, that's not about Jews. Yeah. I've seen this image before, right?
And she goes, "This is anti-Semitic."
Well, okay, I'll play their whole argument. One of them is George Soros, and the rest have typical Jewish stereotypes. The dog whistle that she's implying in that image is pretty obvious. I'm like, if you're hearing the dog whistle and seeing them as Jews because one of them is, then that might be your own mask slipping off, right? They goes, well, Alex Jones shared the image. I'm like, I don't give a shit, right? Like, I was like, I don't give a shit.
Alex Jones may be crazy, but why would it matter it's him?
Wait, so wait a minute. There's only one Jewish person in that entire image?
No. Okay. I'll go down a little bit, right? I'll go down a little bit to where they say that it's all Jewish people, right? Okay. They put correction. The men are David Rockefeller, Zbigniew Brzezinski, Evelyn Rothschild, Jacob Rothschild, George Soros, Nikki Oppenheimer. The ghosts are Albert Pike, Meyer Rothschild, Adam Weishaupt, Amschel Rothschild. They are all Jewish. So I was like, David Rockefeller was an American banker born into the wealthiest family in American history. He was also a registered Republican, not Jewish, as his family has been here since the early 1800s at least. So the image isn't about Jews, but about the obscenely wealthy, right? So I was like, if you see the obscenely wealthy lording over people as Jews, that's you being an anti-Semite. I was like, Adam Pike was an early American and a Freemason. I don't think he's Jewish either. And Weishaupt was a fucking German and the founder of the Illuminati.
The Rothschilds weren't Jewish either.
Well, I think the Rothschild family is Jewish. I might be wrong there. I think that it's a Jewish family, right? I could be wrong, right? But they go like, okay, so 7/10 of the people are Jewish, and they're all part of a cabal controlling the world. I'm like, yeah, it's implying that a bunch of rich, wealthy people are in control of the world. That's not anti-Semitic, you dumbass, right?
Oh, wait, no, the Rothschilds are Jewish.
Yeah. So about it's about wealth. Given that 4/7 of the 7/10 are from the same uber wealthy family, you're so damaged and hateful. You thought everyone in there was a Jew because that's what you see when you see wealthy people lording over others. You're either an anti-Semite or an anti-Semite. Because, like, dude, if you're just going to call her an anti-Semite for sharing the image, I'm going to call you an anti-Semite because you saw an image of a bunch of rich, wealthy assholes and you immediately thought that they were all Jews, right?
Yeah, no, I can see your argument. Yeah, because them kind of advocating or arguing the point that you're trying to debunk, yeah, that makes them more anti-Semitic because they automatically assume that since you're rich, I mean, that's pretty much like saying Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, the richest people in the world, are Jewish because because they have all the money. They're top 1%.
Then I put it like Nikki Oppenheimer's, South African, right, and the third richest man in Africa, right. And, I can't find anything that states he's Jewish or is ever identified as Jewish, right? But his father was of German Jewish descent. and basically had converted away from Judaism and never really identified as a Jew. Neither did Nikki, right? So I said, 5.5, right? And that's like, he doesn't identify as Jewish. So I'm like, that's like saying I'm Irish because my great grandfather on my mother's side came from Ireland, right? I'm not saying that he doesn't have, Jewish blood. It's just he doesn't identify in any way with that culture, right? To say that his image is in there because he's Jewish is stupid, right? At least that's how I was taking it, right? But then he tries to argue that being Jewish is ethnic and religious. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying, right?
What?
I'm saying like at
How
one
does that make
point
any sense?
I was like, at one point one of his ancestors was Jewish. He doesn't identify as that, right? So again, I was like, I'm saying like I'm not Irish because one of my ancestors was Irish, right? I have Irish blood in me, right? But like it'd be weird if I went to Ireland and said I'm one of you. Like it's not true, right? It's really not true. But I was like, then they go, in Nazi Germany, the biggest example of anti-Semitism, if your father was ethnically Jewish and your mother was not, you would be put in concentration camp. I'm like, so you're saying that you feel he's still Jewish because that's how the Nazis would have treated him? I mean, okay, your words, not mine. Totally dispute the whole thing about you being an anti-Semite and all.
Yeah. It's a religion, though, not a race.
Yeah. I was like, dude, what? And like, and the thing is, actually, one of the other people in that image that he showed, right, also isn't Jewish. It's a Polish guy, right? But he was thinking they were all Jews because he was looking at the names and immediately thought Jew. That's how dumb this person is. And he was telling me like he researched the image ahead of time, and that's how he knew they were all Jews. I was like, dude, you are so fucking dumb. But this is the argument you have with people on Twitter, right? She's an anti-Semite. Why? Because of this. And they just start pulling shit out of their ass and making shit up. And then I found out the Adam Pike guy is like the founder of the fucking KKK. So I'm like, dude, like it's clearly a fucking image talking about how uber rich, wealthy people control others because you let them. That's what the image is. Has it been shared by other people who are probably anti-Semites? Probably. This idiot shared it with me 3 fucking times. I don't think that makes him an anti-Semite, but by his own fucking logic, he must be a nutjob anti-Semite. Because he shared the damn image 3 fucking times in the same damn thread. This is how dumb it is with people. And you go like, why is she a transphobe? Because she wouldn't put pronouns in her bio, and that's harmful to transphobes. Like, what are you saying?
Right.
It's like you canceled a strong female, right? Who's a perfect epitome of what you would want to see if you're trying to break gender norms and shit. You show a powerful female character people love, and you canceled her because of fucking pronouns. That's why you did it.
And her different viewpoint. And like I want to say earlier, it's like I said, she has a point. Like here's the thing: if you flat out say you're probably either conservative, Republican, or Trump supporter, majority of the mob will come after you just for saying that, just for that belief.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. They just make shit up constantly, right? Mm-hmm. She's offensive because she did this. What'd she do? Mm-hmm. Well, she wouldn't respect pronouns in the bio. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Let me get to some of the stuff, right, that I wanted to bring up. Was the guy who was supposed to debate. All right. Here's some of the comments I looked at when I almost wanted to debate someone online, but I didn't want to go for it because I'd be jumped on by everybody who were on his friends list.
I would have jumped on you too, just for fun.
All right. So one of the first things that pops up when I bring it up is like it's and this is more than just a different viewpoint. If you work for a company that makes them look bad for employing them, they should fire you. Actions have consequences. Edit like this. This is Disney. They're not gonna just keep letting it slide. MLAO. That's the first one. And I brought up saying, all right, if you're gonna be like that, watch this video and go talk to Young Ripper 59. And I said that. And then a few others jumped on. One of the guys said, she's downplaying the Holocaust and has shown other very offensive comments in the past. She's mocked masks and was even saying that there was voter fraud during the 2020 election. I mean, that's everyone will always be debating that. She made offensive tweets to transhumans. I'm sorry, but actions have consequences. She was quick to remove her responses, but the damage is done. She deserved to be fired. Got any comments about that?
Look, honestly, it's stupid because I've talked to trans people, right? Because here's the thing. I have no issues with people who are trans, right? If you want to identify as whatever you want to identify as, fine. As long as it makes sense. If you want to identify as a fucking deer person, I'm sorry. I am going to mock and belittle you, right? But you're telling me that you identify as a female when you're born a male, right? And that's what you feel you are. I'm not a dick. I'm not going to sit there and go like, you're a man. Like I don't see how that is helpful to anybody, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it's a little different when it comes to, wanting to put kids on puberty blockers and shit like that. Yeah, I don't think you've really proven that the science is really beneficial, right? I don't think you've really proven that it's not going to be harmful. That sort of thing is where I have issues with, or the fucking trans athlete thing, because I think all sports should be fair, right? But when it comes to just respecting what someone identifies as, yeah, done, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I've never taken this issue where I'm just going to argue with someone who's trans and say that they're fucking, mentally unwell or some stupid shit like that. I don't like seeing that. And I'll argue with people who make that statement, right? Like I absolutely will. Like I've heard Ben Shapiro fucking arguing shit, and like I watch some of the stuff like that comes off of Ben Shapiro's channel. I don't like it when he fucking talks about that shit, right? But even he said, like, if I'm having a fucking dinner with someone and they identify as, being a female and they're born a male, I'm going to call them by their preferred pronouns. I'm not going to be a piece of shit. Right? I think that's respectful, even if he doesn't even agree with it.
Yeah.
Right?
And that should be fine. But in this day and age anymore, we can't do that now. Not much.
Yeah, no. You have to not only identify as, but it's like because like, dude, it gets even weirder with the shit where you have people saying, well, if you are a male to female transgender and you're having a relationship with the lesbian is being a bigot if she doesn't want your dick. It's like that kind of stuff. I'm just like, I'm out. I'm fucking out. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm out. Right? Because then you're not respecting other people. Right.
It's okay. So it's like I'm agreeing with you, Crow. I mean, is there something in the water today or something? We're getting along pretty well. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm not giving you the argument that you want, but
no. I mean, like, honestly, we agree on way more than we disagree on.
Yeah,
we agree on way more than we disagree
on this topic. We're all agreeing that it's kind of bullshit.
But I'm like, it's the same thing where, like, because you want to put pronouns in your bio, right? Then you force other people to do it. It's like, dude, I'm not going to put pronouns in my bio, right? And like, if a trans person doesn't want to put pronouns in their bio, but still wants to be identified as their, preferred pronouns, I'm going to respect it. I'm not going to be like, well, you technically were born a male and you didn't have the pronouns, so I'm going to call you a dude. Fuck you. That's just fucking shitty behavior, right? I'm not for that. But I'm also not for the behavior of everybody needs to conform to the world that I say, or I'm going to go for your job and I'm going to harass you. I'm going to confuse you being a transphobe and I'm going to attack you and you're a bigot and that's like, I hate
that. Speaking of bigots, let me go on to this other comment real quick before you continue on. So here's another one. Gina Carano didn't get fired for being a conservative. She didn't get fired for saying she was Republican or for believing in trickle-down economics or being against welfare programs. She got fired for being a bigot.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, she's never said anything derogatory to trans people or about trans people. She's never said that they're delusional. She's never said that, they're mentally unwell. She's never said that they're not real people. She's never said anything even close to that. She just said that she didn't want to put pronouns in her own fucking bio. When she did, she put beep, bop, boop because she's working for fucking Star Wars and thought it was funny. Like, you want to say that she's an idiot for that, fine. But you want to, like, make some shit up where you're saying, like, she's targeting trans people. I'm sorry, but you're a fucking moron then.
I still don't get how that targets them. I really don't.
Right? And this is coming from you. Jason, you don't know anything about this shit, but you still thinks this shit's dumb.
Very neutral person, but, like, to me, it's just, like, it's kind of crazy how, like, Twitter could, like, ruin someone's life.
Well, I mean...
Well, Twitter is cancer, so
yeah, it really is, and not the site itself. It's just how many people are on the site that do that.
That's just, to me, it's just crazy. Like,
yeah, I have the hold on, if you want to share it, I have where she put beep or boop, bop, and beep in her pronouns, and I'm trying to find like the actual statement that she had made, right? Because she said the only reason why she did that is because she was being bullied, or at least she said that she was being bullied. So
she was basically being harassed to have the pronouns on her profile.
Okay, I actually have the I have the second part of the statement. So here, let me pull that up real quick. This isn't the full one, but this is the second one. Are you sharing it?
Oh yeah, give me a sec. All right, Here we go.
Okay. They're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show support for trans lives. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put 3 very controversial words in my bio: beat, bop, boop. I'm not against trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representation. That was it. That was literally it. That's what this shit's been all about. That's why they call her a bigot.
And I feel like most people don't even know what the official definition of a bigot means.
Well, no, obviously not. But that's the thing, right? It has no fucking meaning anymore because they call this bigotry, right? This is not. You and she even said, like, you've been harassing me and fucking forcing me to do this. You've been harassing me for 3 months demanding it. So I just went ahead and did that. And look at how you behave, right? It's like, and that's not, and dude, like, that's the thing, right? If you look at the people get so fucking mentally disturbed by it, it's not even trans people. It's not even trans people. It was like literally fucking white dudes. White dudes and fucking Karens. Non-stop.
Oh, shit.
Non-fucking stop. Like, this is what they call bigotry towards trans people. If that's really what you feel, I say this all the fucking time when these kinds of conversations come up. I grew up after 9/11, right? I grew up, I got harassed, I got bullied, I had people calling my fucking house, threatening to kill me, fucking call me Anthrax, and then my last name and shit, right? Saying that they were gonna fucking hunt me down, all sorts of shit. I got my ass beat one day, right? And then my dad went to school with me, and I'm fucking busted up shit. I got a black eye, I'm bleeding still. I got fucked up, right? And the fucking principal of the school, who actually got transferred out a week later, which is great, fucking sits there and says, well, he shouldn't be starting things with people. I'm like, are you what?
Okay, this is why I say school staff and faculty suck. They really have terrible judgment.
But that's what I mean, right? That's the shit I had to fucking deal with. So you're sitting there and saying, because they won't put fucking pronouns in their bio, that's harmful to you? No, if you feel that way, I think that there's something wrong with you, right? It's not about being trans. There is something wrong with you that you feel like you can force people to do things that they don't want to do, right?
And that comes into that fucking woke culture bullshit. I mean, in kind of going back on that post 9/11 stuff, I remember, when actually it happened, I saw a level of people that I didn't think that I would actually, I was shocked by, to be honest. It's like when after 9/11, I'd see a bunch of stories about how people that were Sikhs and everything like that would literally get the shit kicked out of them just for being here in this country, And it's just like, it's like one day you've got everybody that's unity. Oh, the towers were hit and all this bullshit. Next thing you know, it comes down to profiling. And now it seems like, give it about 20 years down the road, it's doing the same thing, but it's in I guess you could say a reverse bigotry Uno card, what it comes down to? It's like, if you don't accept me for who I am, then, well, you're a bigot, you're an asshole, you're a fascist, you're a commie and all that crap, and I can't tolerate that type of behavior. Well, we're going to cancel you.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? They said, oh, it's abhorrent and wrong and disgusting, and it shouldn't be allowed, right? I mean, look at this, right? This hotel shower is the weakest ever. Felt like I had a 3-year-old peeing on my head, that sort of shit. 3 men and a baby. They had sex with unromantic movies, right? The Hard Boys and the mystery of what it feels like when Uncle Bernie fists me, right? These are the tweets James Gunn put out, right?
Yeah,
I don't think that he should be fired for this, right?
No, he should.
But look at this shit, right? And you want to say that her saying I don't want to put pronouns in my bio because you've been harassing me to do so. That's bigotry, right? And that's abhorrent, and that hurts you, right? What about this one, right? This may be the plant version of adopting a damaged 12-year-old girl who steals your money and accusing you of molesting you, right? That's James Gunn. That's okay with Disney, right? These people are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Even here, right? Beat Bop Boop has 0 to do with mocking trans people. Heart and 100% to do with expose the bullying mentality of the mob that's taken over the voices of many genuine causes. Yeah, I think that all they've done is just prove her fucking right. They're bullies, right? They sit there and they say that, oh, well, we stand for people who are oppressed. No, they're fucking bullies, and they feel bad about being bullies. So they try to get behind a cause so they can justify being awful fucking people. I dealt with fucking bullies. I'm sorry, Rev. I just feel like I've dealt with fucking bullies my entire fucking life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
these people are fucking bullies.
Yeah.
Well, you're not the only one. I've dealt with bullies too, but at the same time, it just seems like now the nerdy kids at the table that got picked on finally got a voice.
I mean, essentially, yeah. Fuck, dude. Like but that's the thing, right? So their target is what you would think is like what they want to see, because they always talk about like female empowerment and, you know, breaking gender norms and everything. And, you know, Gina Carano fucking did that. But they fucking canceled her because she wouldn't put fucking pronouns in her bio. Fucking monsters, fucking gremlin ass monsters and shit. And now fucking Disney is pissed off because apparently they got this massive shock because, like, what, 100,000 people canceled their Disney Plus account.
300,000. Well, actually, I lost. Oh, and I was thinking about 300,000 followers she gained from this controversy. Never mind.
Yeah, and then she goes and says, like, so Daily Wire hires her, right, and says, you know what, go do a movie for us. You can direct it. It's what you've always wanted to do. So you have Daily Wire. Okay, so you have Disney, right? A company that fucking films outside of a goddamn concentration camp and thanks the Chinese government that runs the concentration camp, right? They fire the strong female character that everybody loves, keep the dudes who constantly say shit that pisses people off, right? And so Daily Wire, run by the super far right Ben Shapiro, right?
Yeah, who's very Jewish as they come.
Jewish as they come, right? I'm Palestinian. They're our natural enemies. I fucking know this shit, right? He's super Jew, right? Like, I'm gonna have some idiot fucking clip me and say, oh
yeah, I mean everyone knows the joke by now. That's the thing. Hey, you can't make racial jokes anymore about yourself.
He turns around and he says, okay, work for us, direct your own film, right? Yeah. So he takes a woman, gives her a job as a director, direct your own film, we'll fund it, you do it, right? Mm-hmm. And they mock her for that too, right? They sit there and they fucking laugh at her, even after she's already lost the fucking job at Disney, even after they fired her for stupid shit, objectively stupid shit. I can't stand these fucking people. They're fucking jokes. They are fucking jokes. They're sitting there talking about, oh, Disney made the right decision. Disney doesn't give a shit about any of you, any of your fucking causes. They just want money, which is why they filmed outside of a goddamn concentration camp.
Yeah.
You're sitting here going like, Disney made the right decision. Yeah. You know what else? You're fucking broken inside.
And mind you, too, this is the same. Disney also wants to apparently, bring on Amber Heard for a film too, supposedly. I'm not sure if that's true or not, and look at that. Why is she getting a role even though she's had a bunch of shit to do herself? Where's the cancellation of her? Where's the firing of her and everything, huh? She does the worst things, and Gina does the little. And look at it. Look at the weighing scale.
It's like people try to go like, oh, look at how they went at Brie Larson, and now they're defending Gina. I was like, people mocked Brie Larson. They didn't like. I mocked Brie Larson. I didn't say Brie Larson needs to be fired immediately. No. Cancel Brie Larson. Make her job. Like
the only thing I say for Brie Larson is I don't think she needs to put everything so political in her movies and shit and be so political. All you need to, if you want, I don't know how the proper way to say this, but just please stop getting so political. It looks bad for you. It looks awful. Just look how you did Captain Marvel. You portrayed it so bad and political. That's why I think it's one of the worst MCU movies out there. And it's just like, I liked her in Kong Skull Island. This was before she got political, right? I liked her in that movie, but after everything else, she was like getting everything political.
She was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I mean, like, she's not a bad actress or anything.
No, she's not. It's just that her opinion is ruined.
And if I'm being totally honest, Captain Marvel isn't even the worst fucking film. I still say Thor 2 is the worst film in the MCU.
I mean, I put Captain
Marvel. Thor 2 is the worst film.
I say those two. I'd say those two.
They're tied. They're
bottom two
tied.
for me. Bottom two for me. Agree.
Yeah, definitely. I still say Thor 2 is just slightly worse because the fucking final boss fight was just dumb, and the assistant to the assistant was also stupid.
I would love to stick around, I was going to say I would love to stick around, gentlemen, but I have to go get some stuff done. And but thanks for having me on.
No problem, Rev. But Rev, message me on Twitter when you get a chance. That way I know where you are because I couldn't find you. So.
Crow's got it now, so he can pass it along, but I don't want that one to get out. So I mean,
I'll pass it along.
Keep
low key.
No
so.
I should tell everybody your new account name.
No, please don't.
Oh shit. I posted in the Discord and I tagged everybody.
Are you fucking serious, bro?
No.
No, because I'd love to have you on for another stream too, just in case if this guy actually will pop up again in the future. Because
definitely, definitely for sure.
Because I know if Crow won't be around to debate the guy, but I know you probably will too. You
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
like that
oh
shit.
yeah, of course. I mean, I'm subbed to your channel. I have been for a while. I'll just have to put on some notifications because sometimes I'll just be scrolling through and be like, oh, hey, new video, you know. So, but I'll definitely do that. Thanks for having me on, Crows. Good seeing you.
It's always a pleasure having you on, Rev.
I did
All right.
not tweet it. Shut up.
And you guys have a good night.
Good night, Rev. Okay, so the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think, is probably even a worse film.
Yeah, but Fish News,
yeah.
we're talking about like just Marvel Cinematic movies in general.
Yeah.
We're not every like.
Well, yeah,
movie
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is definitely a worse film.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you that. Actually, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 are worse films than Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I'll even say that.
I mean, I liked the first Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't think it was that bad.
I thought it was trash.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, I like Spider-Man 3
the
better.
scene where the fucking conveyor belts all line up so he has a way to swing. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, first off,
I'm not trying to.
it's New York. It's New York. They don't fucking have that much love for Spider.
Yeah.
Second one was kind of really bad. Like I hated it.
Yeah.
It kind of.
No, I hated it. It was the most iconic scene for the trailers, and it turns out to be the end of that movie, which you left on a cliffhanger. I'm just like,
Wish.
wow.
No, the green Harry Osborn being the Green Goblin was just stupid. As
Oh,
shit. Like,
that was an awful
they
design.
overstuffed the shit out of that film.
His design was so awful too. I prefer New Goblin. New Goblin in Spider-Man 3 was better designed than that. And I like Spider-Man 3 more than the Garfield films. That's saying something.
Yeah, my point is, like, look, the Captain Marvel thing, I don't.
Yeah.
The thing that I think ruined it was, first off, promoting it as a female empowerment film, and it really wasn't. Right?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't, but I think they really overstepped it. If they hadn't overstepped it, I feel like
the marketing for the film was bad. That was
really bad. It was like too politically motivated too.
Well, yeah, I think that was the thing. They were playing that angle really hard, and it alienated a lot of people. Right? Was the film all about that? No, but there were certain elements I thought ruined it. The first one really being how they decided to just make her obscenely overpowered. Right? Because one of the things you want to see is someone struggle and overcome that struggle. That doesn't happen in the film. It's a very flat arc. There's no growth there. And like when she wants to turn Super Saiyan, she just has to like rip a chip off the back of her neck. And I was like, okay. There's like no conflict in the movie. Yeah. She just overcomes everything through sheer power, right? Yeah. It was that to me, I was just like, I don't complain about the cringy shit. Like people pointed out where she like almost broke a dude's arm and stole his bike. I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like that's just I was fine with that actually. I didn't really give a shit.
Like, it wasn't bother at all.
I'm not trying to be all Crow, but I feel like the timing, because like a lot of movies at that time were just getting released, so that's why it didn't do good as well. Also, wasn't like the end games coming all around that.
Yeah, no, it literally came out like a month before Endgame.
Yeah, it was something like it. They said you had to see Captain Marvel to understand Endgame, which I thought was also. I thought that was terrible. That obviously gave it a ton of views, but it wasn't.
It was just like all but bad timing. Like even like the X-Men series, like I felt like it kind of went bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, Dark Phoenix was awful.
Yeah. I mean, to argue that it's just because it's a female superhero film, I mean, I can't find anyone that legitimately hates Wonder Woman. Right?
Wonder Woman.
It was a great film. Like, and here's the thing: I dislike the ending of the film only because there was this whole message about how war has nothing to do with the gods. It's just people fight, and they kind of killed that message at the very end of the film, where she kills the evil god and they all stop fighting. I was like, there's a really good message there, and you totally killed the fucking land.
I know that's the only thing.
Yeah, but it's kind of
84. I mean, wasn't too bad, but it had a lot of problems in that film. I saw 84 and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 1984 was just Wonder Woman has new powers, and it's like, what are the new powers? Whatever she wants. Her lasso can do everything. Her lasso can not only make you tell the truth, it can make you see the truth. It can connect you to everybody and show the truth. I was like, okay.
So when was that a thing?
I was like, why did they even want to do the invisible jet? Like, I was like, why? Yeah. And she just decides that she's going to turn the jet invisible.
Yeah, like what? And the question is, how'd she even have access to the jet? Is the question?
Not even that. Like fucking like the fucking. I want to say Steve Trevor, but I don't know if I'm getting the name right.
Steve Trevor.
Steve Trevor. Okay. Because there's Steve Rogers. There's
no.
And they're all by the Chris's.
It's a lot.
Yeah, all the Chris's.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
But, like the thing with Steve Trevor, he was a World War I pilot.
How does he get used to
flying
a more modern
biplane?
jet? Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. They're not the same thing.
They're not the same thing, but I'm just like, how can a pilot like from a different era get used to that? I mean,
also there was the whole rapey thing where he's
yeah.
literally taking over another dude's body, and Diana has sex with him against the other dude's, consciousness. She basically slept with a comatose dude. Like, I don't care if you want to put some fucking love element into it. That's creepy. That's creepy. That's really fucking creepy.
Are you saying a plane isn't a plane? No, we're not trying to say that.
No. Okay, hold on. I know what he's talking about. Screen Rant does these pitch meetings, right?
Okay. I hate Screen Rant.
Okay, but hold on. Ryan George does the pitch meetings on Screen Rant, and they're little skits that he does where they mock movies and how they're put together. And so they bring up that element in the Screen Rant video, and you actually have to watch it because you will fucking die laughing. I'm not joking. It is that good. But they bring up that point, right? Where he's like, and then Steve Trevor flies a jet. And he's like, whoa, wasn't he a World War I pilot? How do you even know how to fly a jet? And he goes, well, a plane is a plane. He goes, yeah, but that's a jet. I don't understand. A plane is a plane. Are you saying a plane isn't a plane? Because, I mean, I guess that's technically true. Then I don't see what the issue is. It's like, fuck.
That is funny. I mean, I could get some sort of understanding with how being a pilot can work, but I'm just like, there's a lot of advancements I don't know how you would think of, adapting so well to from a different time period. But anyways.
Well, and another thing, like someone pointed out, just being nitpicky, they're like, Diana saves people in ways that would be much worse if she just left them to their fate. Because, like, some of the ways she takes people down and saves them should really kill them. It should really kill them.
Yeah.
Very, very painfully.
Yeah. I found some of the backlash to be stupid, though. It was like, she's saving Arabs in Egypt. I'm just like, really? Really? Why does that matter?
Yeah, I was just like, there's some things in there that I thought were okay, right? Honestly, Wonder Woman 1984 is probably a better film than Captain Marvel.
I agree.
Just because there's an actual powerful villain, there is struggle going on there.
Yeah, struggle. At least there's a much more deeper meaning to the story, at least.
Yeah, but the movie's got a ton of fucking issues, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like Thor 2 had a ton of issues. Captain America: The First Avenger had a ton of issues.
I still think it's.
Well, you can still like the movies and admit that they've got problems. Like, I think that's okay.
First Captain America, it says mid-tier.
Yeah, it's better than Thor 2, don't get me wrong. But but it's... Oh, actually, the first Thor movie is also awful. Yeah. Okay, Loki is the only entertaining thing in that movie. Yeah. If you had a less talented actor playing Loki, that movie would just fucking bomb. Without Loki, that movie is just trash.
Indeed.
I feel like he's a really good actor.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston is.
Well, I'm okay. So I've obviously canceled my Disney Plus account. But I guarantee you, I will be watching. I'll be watching Loki just like I watched the recent episode of WandaVision. But
just to let you know, I wouldn't mind sharing my Disney Plus with you because I'm not canceling mine because I still got things to watch. And plus, I got the bundle. So
I can recommend some great websites to you for other purposes, but it would allow you to cancel your Disney Plus account.
Yeah, but
I know you do reaction videos. I get it. Someone actually left a comment on my video, and they were like, "I can't cancel my Disney Plus account because my 1-year-old needs to watch the Mouse House Club or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, kids come first.
Yeah.
Kids come first. Don't get me wrong. I understand that."
J Station? What?
Wait, what?
I guess you comment J Station.
Who?
I think you said J Station in the back.
Wait, what? Who with J Station?
Yeah.
What about him?
Out of context, I'm gonna use that while J Station video plays in the background.
Oh, we reacted to a 3 a.m. challenge from J Station.
Oh.
We reacted from one from Sniper Wolf where she does don't call these numbers at 3 a.m. and it was boring as shit. And then we watched the J Station
are you talking
video.
about Lucy Noel?
What? No. We did a Lucy Noel Barney Instagram challenge too.
I thought. Oh, so Sniper Wolf did that too.
The Sniper Wolf did a "Don't call these 3 a.m. These
Oh,
numbers at 3 a.m."
God.
I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I used to be a fan of this, but
they can be entertaining if you're not taking them seriously. You're just laughing how stupid these people are being. But like, Sniper Wolves was boring as shit. Like, it was legitimately boring. It was just boring. Like, it's not even so bad it's good. Like, the J Station one was so bad it was funny, right? Her video was just, I was like, what am I watching? How many millions of people literally tuned into this shit because they think Sniper Wolf is hot? Because this is just a boring fucking video. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a better content creator. I'm just saying that woman is dull as trash.
Yeah.
Not even good trash. I'm talking about like vegan people trash.
Yeah. She's not the same as she used to be anymore. So. Yeah. Oh yeah. Before we end up switching topic again, let me wrap back around what we were talking about earlier, because the guy I wanted to come on, like I said, he actually, I shared Yellow Flash's video when the Gina stuff came out. He responded with this fucking paragraph. All right, so I watched a video and argument, and the arguments did not fit at all. Fire Patrick Pascal, have you seen the tweet that he posted? It fits. Jewish children were separated from their parents and put in the cells to be given inhumane treatment. The bottom picture shows the same thing with immigrant children in present day. Honestly, I don't understand how you think Gina Carano is innocent, because what she posted was appalling and wrong. Comparing Republicans to Jews in the Holocaust is not the same. The Jews were dehumanized and killed. Comparing Republicans to this is fucking disgusting.
I'm sorry. Like, that's the thing, right? She didn't compare Republicans to Jews during the Holocaust. Like, you can lie through your fucking gross ass teeth and try to make that claim as many times as you want. She said, actually, no, she didn't say it. She reposted somebody else. But they said the only reason why the Holocaust was happening was because the government had trained their people to hate Jews for being Jews, right? It happened because they taught people to hate their neighbors simply for who they were, which led them to being able to do the Holocaust because nobody resisted it, because they were all trained to hate their neighbor. Said, how's that? And the post then says, how's that any different from training people to hate people based on their political ideology? Right?
Which is kind of a thing now.
Yeah, no. But then they say, like, no, she said that they were literally like, and like the dumbest comments then follow up with, well, I don't see Republicans getting gassed in the streets. Like, that's the thing, right? It's a game of fucking telephone, right? She said one thing, somebody is hyperbolic as all shit in how they respond to it. And then you have comments saying, like, Republicans aren't the fucking Jews in the Holocaust. That's so disrespectful. I'm like, dude, are you fucking like? And here's the thing, right? She did not make that comparison. The post that she retweeted did not make that fucking comparison. That is false. It is objectively fucking false. Pedro Pascal has several times called American Nazis, called all Trump supporters Nazis, has made several comparisons of just regular people being Nazis. He's done it on various fucking occasions, repeatedly. Then he takes a photo from fucking Pakistan in 2010 and says that's America in 2016 or 2017 or whatever, because the dumbass saw kids in cages and immediately thought I was America.
Yeah,
and compared it to Jews during the Holocaust. I'm sorry.
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't like the situation on the border, but under that same fucking comparison they made to fucking Gina Carano, we're not gassing children.
No, we're not
murdering them.
Because we're not. In concentration camps, they were sent to die. And when those other detention centers, they're not. They're just being treated inhumanely. I agree it's human rights violations and it's pretty shit. This shouldn't happen. But they're not being killed on purpose.
Well, you think he's gonna open his fucking mouth now that it's fucking Biden, not Trump? Because Obama did it, Trump did it, and now Biden's calling them, fucking reaffirmation centers or some stupid shit like that.
Rehabilitation,
something like that. But it's the same exact shit. It's just. It's still not what the Jews were put through during the Holocaust. So, the guy has made several fucking comparisons to the Holocaust, but he does in the other direction, and they all lap it up, cheer for it, because they're hateful fucking people, and they love to hate. They love to hate. They can talk all about how they're inclusive and shit. No, they're not. They love to fucking hate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me finish off the sentence before we move on. There will always be people who don't agree with others' political views, but this isn't that comparison. They are not victims. Please don't get this confused because it is not as hard to understand. She deserves to be fired. I mean, how? That's what I wanted to know. I mean, that's why I really wish you would come on here to try to.
Well, I mean,
to explain this to you.
Okay. How's this? Even though that's not what fucking happened, right? Let's say it did. How's that reason to fire her? A dumb fucking statement on social media. Not even denigrating the Jewish people, right? Not even being anti-Semitic, right? Just making a dumb comparison. Even if I agreed with everything this idiot says, right? Even though it's not true, but even if I took their interpretation of events, it's still not denigrating victims of the Holocaust. That's the thing. People love to bring up the Holocaust on the left and the right.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the
time. All the fucking time. Pedro Pascal has done it on several fucking occasions. And it's made direct comparisons. You know? It's the same shit. But that's the thing. The mob of screechers who cry on social media will forgive that because they enjoy calling people Nazis. But the moment you say, well, then you're persecuting me like you did the Jews. Woo! Anti-Semite! Yeah. I get it. I still, that's the thing, though. That's still not what she was fucking doing. And you know that's not what it's like that dumbass I was arguing with on Twitter. She shared a photo of uber fucking wealthy people. And he immediately says, they're all Jews. It's anti-Semitism. This is how fucking stupid these arguments are. Even though it's not what happened, they've convinced themselves that they're right. And if you point out that they're wrong, they just argue with you and change the subject and shift to a different argument.
Yeah. American politics, it's different when we do it. It really is.
Yeah, basically.
You see this happen in any other country, really?
Well, I mean, look, everyone's a fucking hypocrite. Let's just admit that, right?
Yeah, we all are.
Especially when it comes to people in the political spectrum. Like, there's an anti-SJW YouTuber that I am just enjoying. I am just enjoying the shit out of mocking this person named No Bullshit.
Oh, right? I've seen his videos.
Yeah, fucking dumbass, right?
No, honestly, when I first heard Broly talk for the first time, it just reminded me of the way he talks sounded like him. But I didn't mean that in an offensive way. But
I get it.
Yeah.
But there's this guy named Combat Wombat or something did a video on No Bullshit, and in it he points out that No Bullshit will lose his fucking mind if you say anything mean about Trump. I'm like, that's embarrassing to me, right? Because I'm willing to say Trump's a fucking orange idiot, right? Yeah. But I still like his policies, even though I think the guy's a dumbass sometimes.
Yeah,
and I've had people disagree with me. I said,
have they been more civilized than most other people would be?
Yo, yeah, duh. Okay. 100%.
I'm just wondering.
But that's the thing. If I say something I think Trump did something stupid here, and they're a major Trump supporter, No Bullshit would probably lose his fucking mind, right? Oh, yeah. Other Trump supporters are like, yeah, I disagree with you, whatever. If I say, well, I like this thing Trump did, people on the left just start fucking smashing their faces into the keyboard. And I'm like, calm the fuck down. Seriously, I had to deal with some fucking absolute warmongering, genocidal maniac, carpet bombing the Middle East for years, and nobody gave a shit, right? Just drone strike after drone strike after drone strike. Nobody fucking cared, right? Now you have fucking Trump, he does anything. It's just like it's like Trump fucking does the criminal justice reform, right? And
it's completely hidden, right?
Yeah, right. But fucking I forget who was saying, maybe Van Jones or something, a CNN guy who's a major Trump critic, said, you know what, you got to give him credit where it's due. And people on the left started to drag Van Jones and say you need to be fired. I'm like, it's dude, so okay. Look, I'm willing to say things like, you know what, Biden is such a fucking wet blanket that it doesn't offend me, right? That the things that he does do piss me off, but it's like, he's such a wet blanket, it's calming tensions down, right? And it is
for the time being.
For the time being, sure. It's a temporary stall. Right, but he's such a wet blanket. I can give him credit for that.
Yeah, It's
right?
just the only thing that worries me now is that this goes to show we've got a lot of work to do in this country. I really think we do, because this wasn't a problem like way back when. I mean, like back in the 2000s, this wouldn't be as much as a problem as it is now.
Well, no, I mean that's the thing though, right?
It's crazy how much times change.
No, like the right calls it like the culture war and everything. They're not wrong. It's just they don't actually, but they don't fight the culture war because the culture war has been like for 20, 50 years making fun of Republicans like nonstop. Right?
I mean, Republicans are the same way. I've been the same way. I mean, because
it's funny. Like I agree. Like, dude, the religious people just piss me off, right?
I mean,
look at them. I just go like, stop trying to ban video games, you assholes.
Right? I'm a huge gamer. Here's the thing. I know religious people who are also gamers, but here's the thing. I know who are religious people who aren't, crazy religious, are the ones that aren't as, insane as they'd make it out to be with the politicians, at least.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm a bit religious, batshit crazy when it comes to things, because there's some things I don't agree with religions at all. And just go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like it's when like people on the right tried to ban Pokemon and GTA and everything. Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But the thing is nowadays you have like video game companies going like super ultra woke and shit, and I'm like,
I hate it.
If you hate it, right, you need to go and support companies that don't do that, right?
Like
or actually work on starting your own fucking gaming company. But the thing is, like,
starting your own company is hard too.
But because that's the problem. These people, right, who like the woke shit, try to shut down all competition, right? Like it's like the Comicsgate shit, right? They say mainstream comics are, trash and they're toxic and they're fucking woke as shit, and it's just not something that's, for everybody. We're gonna do Comicsgate. Comicsgate is full of bigots. Cancel Comicsgate. How are you talking to these people? What are you doing? Like, you can't sit there and say that if you don't like it, start your own thing. And then when they do, you lose your fucking mind and try to get that canceled. Because I see the Comicsgate people, and they're not sitting there trying to get people at fucking Marvel fired. They're mocking them. Yeah. You sit there and you try to like fucking destroy anybody who reads the Comicsgate comic, right? Like, or associates with them in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Let's not forget about Jay Lee, the co-creator of the century, mind you. Tom King went after his ass just because he wanted to help Comicsgate. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, dude, if you're so confident that their opinions are wrong, right, and that they're wrong about your medium, let them do their own thing. And if it's popular, clearly you're wrong. But they try to shut it down. They try to get their campaigns pulled down. They like how many times have they reported Ethan Van Sky versus like fucking Indiegogos and shit like that, right? I
don't know about that. And
it's like it's a constant shit with these people. Like, dude, if their comics are so fucking trash, stop like fucking attacking them, right? You want to criticize them, you want to mock them, you want to do videos calling it trash. Hey, go for it, right? Yeah. Go for it. That's fine. That's criticism. Anyone can take it.
That's what Flash does anyway on his channel.
Yeah. If you're trying to get their campaigns taken down and you're attacking anyone who even talks to them, I think the problem is you're just a bully. You're just a bad person. Yeah. You're a bad fucking person.
Mm-hmm. Because here's always been my stance on comic gigs, and I'll say it again, and I'm not sure if you remember it. I was like, I don't like killing creativity no matter how much you disagree with someone's viewpoint. I don't.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Because
I'm with you. I completely agree. Vic, we've been going for like 2 hours, and I need to do Valentine's stuff with my life.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We've reached a decent amount of time anyway, and at least we did more than we wanted to.
Let me rant like nonstop, and
no, but that's what I mean. You carried the stream, so
yeah. I just love to talk.
Yeah, I mean, no. This is why I called it Talking Everything. Thanks to you, I came up with a name for my stream series, so I gave you a lot of credit for that.
Wait, what do you call it? So I was taking a hit. Sorry.
Talking Everything.
Talking Everything?
Yeah, no, that's thanks to you. That's That's why I named it the series, because jump from topic to topic and not care.
Yeah. I think it's more fun to do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I wish we had more time to do it from time to time, but we're both busy sometimes. But
I'm with you. I have been so focused on the channel lately.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was talking with Steve DeLive, and I was like, I lost 1 subscriber, and I was like, okay, every single fucking day a video is going up on the channel. I'm not doing this shit anymore. It's like because I lost 1 sub. It's like it's because I know if I slow down and I stop, then I stop growing. And I like my platform, and I like the ability to talk to people, and I like doing the content, right?
Yeah,
and Yeah, I'll talk about anything, right? Like, dude, it's like there's this weirdo named fucking Antunes, right? He hasn't done any shit recently, but like he did some shit 3 months ago, and the dude's just a fucking nut job. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking talk about that guy because I just found out about it, and I want everyone to know my fucking opinions on it. I'm very opinionated.
and this is just certain things. This is just certain drama things, and that's why sometimes if I'll have a guest on to talk about certain other topics. Like I remember way back when we didn't get a chance to, because we didn't have time to. But I was like, remember I wanted to cover the Nintendo copyright BS when that shit happened because it was super bullshit. I don't like the Melee community as much, but it's like if they want to play a game at the end of the day, they should play that game.
I'm with you. Like, again, right? I wish we had more time to do things together.
Yeah.
Because you're a cool dude. Anytime we're streaming, you want to come on, you just fucking let me know.
Yeah.
Like if you
it's just the problem. It's just the thing is I don't want to do that too much. Also, just because I don't think I can chime in as much as the topics that you cover on your channel.
Like, if it's a topic that you have an opinion on, right? You let me know, and you're on any time because I like you. And I like your opinions, and you're a pretty like level-headed person, right?
And you'd be surprised. This is me. Me 3 years ago wouldn't change a lot. Oh wait, Mike, is that you? Michael, is that you? Oh my god! All right, let me bring it up real quick for Mike. So we were debating earlier a few weeks ago. Oh, hello, Jimmy. Do you care to come on real quick if you'd like? Crow, this is the guy I was talking about.
Jimmy, fuck you, dude.
No, don't do that to him. Don't do that.
No, I mean, fuck you, because I actually wanted to talk to you, right?
Yeah, that's Jimmy's still a nice guy.
No. I'm playing. I know. I'm just saying, not actually fuck you. I take back the fuck you, but screw you, because I wanted to have a conversation with you about this stuff, and now I gotta go.
Yeah, that's the sad part. I mean, if you want to hop on another time, we can arrange something.
Gosh. Fuck. Honestly, if you can do something Tuesday during the day, I have it off, and you can set that up. I'm totally down for it. Okay. But otherwise, I'm streaming Mondays and Wednesdays, and then every other night I get on and just record videos for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I also have a full-time job, so
yeah, I don't blame you. That's what I'm saying. But Jimmy, I find it. I sent you the link, Jimmy.
I am a married crow, and I got
you're a married man, so that's why you were a bit busy. But dang you, Jimmy, you showed up right as we were reaching the end. It's about to say our goodbyes, and here you are. And now we're. I don't know if you still want to come on or not, but it's just like.
Actually, yeah, Jimmy, why don't you come on and just like, he'll be on in a sec. Like he said, he heard the last 15 minutes. Dick, you've got a lot of the things I've already said, and
I mean, but I want to hear.
No. It's different if we're talking and everything. So if Jimmy is available on Tuesday and you want to do that on your channel, I'm up for it. So but I'm interested in hearing his opinions too. So
because I still want to see the debate because I just want.
Yeah. No, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Like because
Tuesday is going to be.
I know. Anyways, I'm gonna bounce out of here though.
You're not gonna. Oh wait, you're not gonna about to join the people around me. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
Mike. Oh yeah. By the way, this guy right here is also Jimmy's brother. But Mike, if you want to hop on too, you can hop on. I mean, I just wanted to.
Whoa! Gina deserved to be fired. End of story. Well, he totally fucking got me. No, totally fucking owned me. Yeah. Fuck off, dude. All right, I'm out. Shit. Bye.
All right, I'll see you then.
Later, buddy.
Oh wait, you're still joining? There's people around. Huh? Oh wait, were you in the middle? Was people around already? I don't know if you were. Wait, was there people with you? That's what I just wanted to know. I'll just wait. I mean, I'll wait for you just in case. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, I find it funny how you show up.
I came right at the end because
why? This is bad. I know. I don't blame you, but you just came. You just came right at. I just hate how there's always bad times.
I was watching. I just wasn't saying anything because like my cousins were bothering me and stuff.
Were you? Okay. Yeah, but like I said, as like for you, I mean, I know we have different opinions, but I just really wanted you to. You and Mike wanted to do it too. He could. I just didn't know if he felt the same way. I just want to have debate if leadership should be fired or not with different people. That's all I
Okay.
just want to do. But at the end of the day,
So-
I mean, we may not agree, but I just wanted to do it with other people to give their stance and see where it goes from
True.
there.
Yeah,
That's all
no,
I just wanted
everyone
to do.
will have differing opinions. I think she was justified to be fired because, well, you already saw my things, yeah.
Chances to stop. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she did have chances to stop with some of the
Wait,
things she
is that Mike in the
said.
background?
Yeah, he's in the background.
Hey,
So like the first thing was the photo that Pedro Pascal put, the one that you were talking about earlier.
yeah, well, what my buddy Crow just said.
That's misinterpreted.
And,
Because
like,
I
yeah.
do know that the second photo that he put is definitely not from 2018, but it's still relevant only because, well, the comparison that he's making is Jews in the Holocaust, children were taken away from their parents, their families, and put in concentration camps. The comparison he's making is with the second photo, with the kids in the cell. I don't know if you can bring up the image or whatever.
I mean, I'm not sure if I can find it. I just didn't.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've seen the photo. But comparison he's trying to make is that immigrant children now in the U.S. being taken away from their family, because it's been on the news several times. That like these kids are taken away from their families like all the time just because they're undocumented. But the thing is, like, there's always gonna be racism. There's always gonna be people who don't like people of color. And the thing is with the Holocaust is that the Nazis didn't like the Jews. They, of course, they alienated a lot of people in Germany, and I forget what where else it was, but what the point is was Pedro Pascal was making a comparison between Jews being taken away from their families during the Holocaust and being put in concentration camps to be compared to how immigrant children, children who are undocumented, being taken away from their parents and families and being put in cells. That's what he was trying to put across. And then there was another photo that he put out. It said, "Losers in 1865, losers in 1945, losers in 2020." What I got from that was that he's comparing the Confederates, Nazis to Republicans, and I don't completely agree with that because not all
No,
Republicans are
because I
bad.
think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of friends who are Republicans as well, and they are not like that. But
No, because
unfortunately,
that's the thing. No, it's just the thing I don't like. It's just the thing I don't like. Not like when we compare Republicans and Trump supporters, not every single one of them is like a racist, evil bigot like to me or like to portray them out to be. Because like you said, do you have any friends that are like conservative or Trump supporters?
I had Gio, yeah, Gio is a Republican / Trump supporter. You remember Gio, don't you?
I know. I remember. But it's like at the end of the day, I mean, it's like we could be like that and still be friends. That's what I'm just saying because I have a few friends that are like that too. We're still cool. We may not agree on things, but at least we're still chill with each other at the end of the day. That's the issue I just have nowadays. We just can't. There's not as much. We can't do that anymore because if you say that out loud in public or on the Twitter mob, they'll want to destroy your life.
Say what kinds of things though? I don't really. I need context.
Oh, for what? Which one exactly?
You were saying certain things in public, like what things?
Oh, certain things in public. Oh, no, my bad. Okay, so I probably should have worded this better. Apologies for that. I sometimes word things wrong. So, I mean, if you like say if like you're in public somewhere, or and this is probably a terrible example, but I'll try to roll with it if you're trying to get where I'm trying to go. So, say either that, or you're just have something that's political, right? That's you don't agree with your identity politics, right? Imagine that next thing you know, someone has a problem with you out of nowhere, and they just get in your face, or just try to fight you, or beat you to the ground, just because you like someone they don't like, who thinks evil, because they think they're evil. If you get what I'm trying to say, like I said, I am terrible with making these
I
scenarios.
think I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
basically, what you're trying to say is like people not liking other people because of their political opinions.
Yeah. Well, in this case, like if you say flat out you're a Trump supporter, people want to beat the shit out of you. I've seen videos of that actually on Twitter, so that's why I'm just like that. It comes to that comparison for me.
Yeah, but there's a difference between political views and what's morally right. With the thing with Gina Carano was when she made that tweet putting putting pronouns of beep bop boop. She I saw the other tweets that the thread of like all the tweets from like the trans community. And even I think that like the trans community should not have like pushed her so much to put pronouns because not everybody needs to put their pronouns. Like that's very unnecessary.
Yeah,
But
but I
she
don't
could have
think she's
just straight
trans.
up.
I don't think she. Yeah, but I don't think I would say right now. They stated she was bullied for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, she could have been professional about it, and she could have just stopped there and said, "Hey guys, I'm not. I support the trans community. I'm not going to put my pronouns." Instead, what she did and it was taken not lightly at all, and just like very. It was. I can see how it's very offensive, and it was offensive in my opinion. Putting your pronouns as beep bop boop, that's mocking. That's mocking the trans community, and like people were saying, "Oh, it's just a joke. She's trying to make a point." I'm like, no, a joke is when the community itself is included, and that's not the case.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm trying to say?
I mean, sort of, but I'm trying to because I just okay. Here's the thing. I just don't like if she. Yeah, I probably shouldn't probably thought of this, but I still think wasn't that harmful. But I don't think she's really deserved a backlash for that as much as she did. I don't think that's transphobic at all because she has come out and said she does support trans. It's just that I don't like someone bullying them to have someone put their pronouns on a profile when in that scenario when they don't need to. But
Yeah,
she was basically that's why she had to do it. But she did it in a way was like, hey, screw you guys, I'm just gonna do it like this. Fuck you, haha. It's probably not the best
yeah,
way, but
yeah. With that kind of action, she can definitely be labeled as transphobe because that is mocking the trans community.
yeah. I don't see it as mocking. But I got nothing against the trans community for that. I just don't see it as mocking anyway. That's just me. And people may see that or not. That's just me. I don't got an issue, and I'll say it right now.
And the other thing with the Gina Carano situation was when she was comparing. Let me bring up the thing. God, I had everything prepared and I already lost it.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to bring up the photo that of the Instagram thing that she put up.
I brought it up. I actually did bring it up earlier too when everyone else was on.
Yeah, I'm super bad at finding this stuff. I had it saved and I deleted it because like I was just going through my entire photo album, and because I ran out of storage. Where is it? Let me just search it up. Instagram posts. That's easier. Nope. Why is it so hard to find?
I'm just waiting for you to pull it up.
Okay, found it. So the original tweet said Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their
Yeah.
political views?
Yeah, I actually did
So
bring it up earlier too. So
that doesn't entirely, the message that she's trying to put out did not translate well. She probably could not have used that in a positive way, because what she did was she was talking about like Nazi soldiers rounding up thousands of Jews, and then saying how is that any different from hating someone for their political views. So the thing is, the entire country is either the two major parties are you're either Democrat or you're Republican or you're not, you're third party, whatever. I'm not affiliated with either, but when I saw this, she was comparing to like people being like hating. How I had this worded earlier, and now it's even harder to say it. How did I word it? How does that differ from someone hating for their political views? Okay, now I remember. The comparison between like the Jews and all that being beaten by Nazi soldiers, the government rounding them up. Our government hasn't really done anything to make people hate Republicans, neither Democrats. With the recent situation with the Capitol, of course they're going to get a bad rep right now because when Trump made that statement, an outrage happened and they stormed the Capitol. So after that situation, of course the Republicans got like a lot of bad rep from that. But that's not to say that all Republicans are bad. But the thing is, like, she's trying to compare this to where the Jews are religious, and I can't remember if if most people are born into it or if they're put. I have to research this again. I completely forgot because I don't.
Wait, for
I
what
have friends who
exactly?
are all Jewish, but I don't know that much sometimes. I have to look into it.
Yeah, they can either be born in it or they can convert into it.
Yeah. So it's either way. But
I think it's mostly to be born Jewish. So.
But the thing is, with Republicans, you're not born into it. So how can you make that comparison entirely when when Republicans are a party themselves? You can be a Republican like for a few years and then leave.
Well, I see.
The Jews they couldn't do that. They were taken from a lot of them were taken from their families. A lot of them were rounded up as families. But the difference between our government and the Nazi government from like back then during like World War II and everything, Adolf Hitler took power. He took it like he basically just forced his views onto everyone. Our government doesn't do that. How can she make that comparison between the Nazis rounding up the Jews when our government doesn't do that? Like there are people all around the U.S. who don't think that way.
Yeah. Well, it's not really that part. I think she was trying to go off the example of you. This is like I said, this is probably like I said, it was a shitty example too to go about it. But she was trying to go about the part of there's only one way of thinking, and that's one way of thinking can be it's influenced. Basically, that's what I can get out of that. So think of it as like there's only one way of thinking. You can really think about it. If you're influenced into it, that's the way it is. And if that's not the correct way, if no one has that, then they will probably undergo that same punishment like how Jewish people did. That's what I think the message was going across, but I think that was a shitty way to do it. So.
Yeah, no, this she if she wanted to get a different message across, she should have chosen something different because definitely comparing this to, like I said, Nazis with the Jews and everything, that was not the correct course of action because we're a civilized modern society right now. Our government would never do that. We don't live in countries where like
societal wise
North
anyway.
Korea where they can do that.
Yeah.
We live in a place where there are all different types of people with different mindsets, but using this type of example, I can definitely see why Disney fired her because oh Jesus Christ, it was very very offensive in my opinion.
Yeah, but mind you, remember what Disney has done too, right?
What did they do?
I mean, think of where the live action Mulan was filmed.
I think they filmed right next to a concentration camps.
Yeah, and they were thanked for it. I mean, you can't really say Disney has the brightest way to go about,
They
you know.
weren't thanked for it. I remember talking about this a few weeks ago with friends. A lot of fans were actually denouncing the film, and that's actually why Mulan didn't do well at all. Actually, the Chinese government has lots of influence on and there are reports that apparently the Chinese government had some influence on the stars because and I think one of my professors did a report on this. There are some cases where the Chinese government has supreme influence over personalities and celebrities to the point where like they can get them to support almost anything. But that's just like based on incidents throughout the years. It's not entirely like it's just like rumor now at this point, but like that could have been a factor of to why like the star of Mulan was she was uh she was supporting the fact that they were filming near concentration camps, and she supported the what was it the protests, because I'm very sure that that either she supports the government in all ways, that could be one thing, or the government themselves, like, oh, she says one thing, they can ruin her and her career, because remember, in China they're very strict with their laws, and they're very strict with how some people say things, whereas here in the US, like here in the US, people can tweet whatever they want, but the thing is, even though we have freedom of speech, at some just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you have freedom from consequences. Whereas in China, their social media and all that is heavily monitored.
Okay. No, I was waiting if there's anything else you wanted to add.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
The reason that paragraph I put on your original post was so short because it's like I said, I like the way I saw these things, like their way of like my argument's too long to I don't have that much time to write like a whole
Yeah, that's what
several paragraphs for
I
it.
can figure that's the reason why. Well, I was like, that's why I was like, yeah, I wanted to invite you on to have this debate, but that's why I feel like we might need to actually have the debate with the others on another time.
I don't really have that much time. It's usually just the weekend, but even then the weekend I'm very busy. Like when I got that's why like when I got on here it was like super what's the word? It was just like super unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, but I can still try to work something out with people. So I mean, it wouldn't be too hard.
I had to get so much work done, and this is my final semester, so it's like really hard for me to get any free time.
Yeah.
Like I've literally just been working on Photoshop and other things for one class, and it's so annoying.
Okay. Oh, a generic person commented, fair point, but I think you're missing the point that Disney only cares about the money. Oh.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that Disney only cares about money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but that's why it's fortunate, but I still want to eventually do it. Yeah, I know it's everyone's going to be hard to have time conflicts to do. I know because like my buddy Crow, it's kind of hard for him to work around these things too. So not me as much, but still, it's certain days I can only try to do it too. That's why I wanted to do it this weekend because I figured you'd have some free time as well, since you're still technically in college too, like me. So
this is actually a rarity for me because usually I am not free. Usually at this time, like at 10 o'clock, I'll already be asleep. It's just like the fact that I was at a like family like gathering or whatever is that I'm up this late.
okay, yeah, man. I wish you would have been there when we first started.
My household is like strict as hell.
Yeah. Well, anyways, but yeah, eventually I do want to try to work something out so we could all still debate. I know it just will take some time to think about when we can all work out together to actually be on stream to debate this, though. So
I don't really like doing debates. Mr. Funt wanted me to be on the debate team, but I was like, I'll do it one-on-one with like people or like one like 2 or 3 other people, but like I won't make it like a regular thing. I just came on
No,
here
no,
to
no.
like the Gina Carano thing. I just
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to.
what I just that's all I just wanted to do at the end of the day too. It's just unfortunate you had to got stuck in everything, and the guys who also on that wanted to debate you had to go right as you hopped in. So
It is
that's
what it is. Adult life is hard.
yeah, I know what you mean. But I'd still like to eventually do that. Eventually, not that it's a one-time thing for you, Jimmy. That's why I just asked you to only come on here to talk about this and nothing else. So that's all I just
Well,
wanted to
it
say.
was nice of you to at least invite me anyway.
Yeah, because I just want to have a different viewpoint of someone who basically I could tell is like who can I think of at least will be willing to come on the stream and say why it was justified for it to be fired, unlike the others who will go on and try to and counter argue with you why she shouldn't have. That's all.
It's all good.
Yeah, yeah, just wondering. Well, I am gonna end the stream here, but those who watched, thank you for watching. I'll end the stream here and I'll say my goodbye to you right after I turn this off. So I'm out, people. So is Jimmy, our special guest.
Bye. Jesus.